Alrighty. We are
Here we
live
go.
up in here.
Give me 2 seconds, and I'll call him while we're on the air here.
We are live on the air, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy Doug. And I'm joined by Mr. Ed Ritter.
What is up, people?
Oh man.
Pardon me for a second, people. I got to make a phone call.
Yeah, we're gonna drop the phone call. Let everybody know now. I'm sharing the link everywhere. Alright, I'm trying to get the feed up. It says fetching preview. Ain't that something? Alright, join me now on YouTube for live NFL discussion.
Hey,
There we
we
go.
are live right now talking NFL stuff. All right, made that quick phone call.
All right, man. We got,
all right.
got so many things we could cover. Got so many things we could go over. I mean, so I don't know where you want to go because I know we were talking about the possibility of trying to use one episode a week to discuss each and every division. I mean, that'll be 8 weeks, and the season's less than 8 weeks away, baby.
Well, I mean, we could always try to do two.
But first, I got to talk about. I ain't gonna call it the elephant in the room, but the big story of the day, if you will. What the hell is going on in Tennessee? I have to ask you.
They're giving a lineman some love.
I have no problem with giving a lineman some love, but I mean, really? I mean, he's probably their best lineman for real, but
That's
when
right.
I think of the top, I think one of the top linemen in the league, he doesn't come into my head for some reason. I mean, Taylor Lewan, I mean, really?
I think he's a hell of a lineman. So, but yeah, they love him. That's all they talk about. You did say it. He is their best lineman, and they paid him like he's their best lineman.
He's not only is he paid like their best lineman, he's the best lineman in the league, as he's officially the highest paid lineman in football now.
That's crazy.
Like I said, he just don't come across to me as that guy.
Well, they felt different.
Yeah, I mean, it's their money, it's their team. They do as they please.
That's right.
I'm not gonna knock anybody for it, but it's just like, what's up, Legacy? Legacy was a part of the love that we received and helping us build our subscriber list today. So I want to give Legacy some love, give him a shout out. Y'all get over to his channel, give him some love. So but yeah, like I said, I just had to mention that. It drove me freaking crazy. I think I lost Ed. I believe we lost Ed, so he'll be back, I'm sure. Ed is back, I believe.
Jason Peterson is better.
Yeah.
Problem with Peterson is he can't stay healthy.
Yeah.
I'm not sugarcoating nothing here.
No,
that's the truth. That guy can't stay healthy. If he was healthy all the time, I might say yeah, but he can't stay healthy.
Right.
Lewan can stay healthy. He's and like I said, Tennessee loves him. That's
right.
And like you said, it's their organization, it's their team. They deem what they want. As fans of the NFL, we can look at it like you said. Oh my God, why would you do that? But at the same time, it's their team, their money, and they think that is the guy they need to pay the money to. So that's what they did. And I'm not going to fault any organization for if that's how they think. That's what they do. We're just fans. We can bitch and moan all we want. We can cry and complain all we want. But what does it do? Nothing. Because these teams are going to do what they want and how they want to do it. Plain and simple.
True that.
So, and everybody keeps saying, oh, we need to boycott the NFL because of this. We need to do that because of it didn't matter, people. They still everything that happened and everybody complaining and whining and crying and said we need to boycott them did not hurt that league. They still gave each team $255 million from the revenue sharing. So it's not hurting them. They're still making money.
Right.
So, do I agree with some of the stuff that's been going on? No. Do I understand it? Yes. Let's just watch these guys play football and let the other stuff go. That's what it should be about. It's football. We're football fans.
Right. Well, he gets $5 million for 80 million for 5 years. Jake Matthews pulls in $75 million for 5 years from Atlanta.
That's crazy.
I can honestly see that paycheck more than Lewin for some reason. I just had to mention that.
All I know is, as a guy who played line when I was younger, from the time I was 5 until the time I graduated, I played line. I was mostly line and played linebacker some on defense, but for mostly, I am so glad that the linemen are finally getting love, getting the money they deserve. Right. Because I'd like to see some of these running backs or some of these quarterbacks do anything without that line protecting them.
Yeah, line don't get the love they deserve. That's the truth.
They do, in my opinion, they do all the work.
Oh, there's no doubt.
And then everybody else gets, all the credit, all the limelight, all that. It's time. And I'll switch gears for just a second. Since we are talking about linemen, we'll go to college. In my personal opinion, Orlando Pace should have won the Heisman Trophy because they say it's supposed to be the best player in college football. And then, honestly, that year, he was the best player in college football. And because he was a lineman, he got screwed.
Right.
But now, we'll fast forward to the NFL now, where the linemen are now starting to get their bigger contracts. They're starting to get a little more respect now. And like I said, as a former lineman, I'm a lot biased towards the line and
quarterback. Quarterbacks aren't going to be as good as they are if they're not being kept on their feet by the line. Running backs aren't going to be as good as they are if they ain't getting the holes. The linemen have always been called the big uglies and other little nicknames because they're the guys that go out there, do the dirty work while the rest of the guys get the love. That's the way it's always going to be. I don't think that's ever going to change as far as that goes. But it's nice to see them starting to get paid, And when it comes to getting paid, I got to quickly mention it. As a diehard Raiders fan, I hope it's about goddamn time that Khalil Mack figures out a contract.
He needs paid, bro.
Because at the end of the day, he's falling behind. He, to me, is the best defensive player in football. I say it all the time. I don't care the position. I think he's the best defensive player in football. But this is a brand new system coming to Oakland this year, and he knows nothing about it. And no matter how good he is, he's going to be behind the 8 ball when he finally steps in there. Right. That's just how I look at that. And they are wasting time getting him in there. This is the type of player, when he walks in the room and says, "This is what I want," you just say, "Sir, yes, sir," and that's it. He did that. He's that caliber of player.
Yeah, as an outside, just the NFL fan in general, I want to see them hand him a blank check and say, "Here, fill it out, whatever the hell you want." Because that's what they need to do. They just need to give them a blank check. So here, fill it out, and we'll no problem.
Right. I mean, I look at Derek Carr, and I'm not even going to acknowledge the fact that he's the quarterback. Derek Carr, to them, is the focal point of the offense. Well, Khalil Mack is the exact value to the defense, and they gave him over $100 million. Well, Khalil Mack to me is more important than the quarterback. So let's get it done. We're going to pay Derek Carr that. We need to pay Khalil Mack his money. Because like I said, I had a conversation while I do my Madden streams. I was hearing Aaron Donald's the best defensive player in football, or you hear Von Miller the best defensive player in football, or this guy, that guy. And like I said, I'll make this argument for Khalil Mack here real quick. Naming both those players I just said, they have players around them. They have quality defensive players with them. But yet Khalil Mack has had nothing. The best player Khalil Mack has ever played with is Bruce Irvin. And Bruce Irvin Ain't nothing to write home about, really, in my opinion. It's not like he's a bum. He's a quality player. He's a very good player. But that's been the best guy Khalil Mack's played with, and yet his numbers are better or equal to any other defensive lineman or linebacker in the league, and yet people still think Aaron Donald's the best, or they still say Von Miller's better than Khalil Mack, and it's damn possible, in my opinion, for that to be the case, simply because he does everything he does on his own, and he's the only person to ever go all pro in 2 positions in the same season, which also makes him versatile and makes him be more valuable than those guys who can only play one spot. So what are the Raiders doing? Pay this dude and get it over with.
And I'm going to go back to what our buddy Chris Davis posted here. He said slot corners need to get more love. They have just as tough of a position as linemen. Sorry, I'm not going to agree with that at all. There's no position tougher than linemen. I don't give a shit what anybody says. Pardon my French there. Linemen are constantly smacking the crap out of each other, beating each other to death, and get no respect for it.
Yeah, that is the position that makes contact each and every snap. No other position is guaranteed to have contact but linemen. I mean, the way the game's played today.
And I can understand why he's saying it, because it is getting harder. It is getting harder to cover a slot guy because a lot of slot receivers are now becoming very dangerous and very. But as far as, like you said, making contact every play and just getting beat down every game, and it's the line is just way above that.
Take Chris's statement here, Mr. Spectacular Pooh 24. Cornerbacks legit have to cover the open field. They make one good mistake and they'll get burned. That's the truth. But here's what I also say when it comes to corners, and I've had this discussion with you before. How we just said slot receivers are starting to get better. Of course they are. The league has changed and it's evolved. Today's slot corners, in my opinion, in the 90s would have been starting ones, probably. So in today's NFL, when it comes to the corners, if you're corner 1 or corner 2, you always have a tag team partner out there on the field. It's called the sideline. That's why I always say the nickel back is the toughest corner position, if not the toughest defensive position on the field, because you're out there in open space. You are on an island, and that slot guy can go any which damn direction he wants, and you have nothing to help back you up. Whereas corner 1, corner 2, he's got the sideline. He's got the sideline to protect him. So those nickelbacks need to start getting their money too. Mm-hmm. Like I said, you guys got Carey. You guys signed TJ Carey from the Raiders to go to Cleveland. TJ Carey was playing 1 or 2 for the Raiders, and he was not good at it. Even though he had the tag team partner at the sideline, that's not his forte. He is a better slot cover corner because of the way he plays, and that's what I believe Cleveland plans on using him at. So he'll finally get to reach his full potential, I believe, in Cleveland.
Yep.
That's how pathetic our corners were and still are. I just wish we'd address our defense. I mean, I understand Donald Penn's 197 years old, so we thought we had to draft Colton Miller to be on the line. But by God, there were solid defensive players that we needed that finally would say, hey, Khalil, here's your help, buddy. And we pass him up. We pass him up for a lineman who can't stay healthy. So I'm nervous about it. So, but I want to bring this up. I saw earlier today, and I thought it was crazy. Dalvin Cook is ditching the knee brace for camp. He's going to show up apparently on time for Vikings camp, and I think he already did. But he's ditching the knee brace. I think he's absolutely stupid. Why are you going to? I mean, I'd play with the knee brace. Keep it secure. Keep it safe. Don't risk anything in camp. If you don't want to play with it in a game because you want full mobility, okay, I get that. But in camp, what are you thinking?
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you. I'd say wear it through camp, just to make sure the knee's strong enough and healthy, like I said, keep it healthy. And, once you start getting into the preseason games, take it off during the game. but then put it back on. And that way it's still getting, you can see what you can do with it, but you're still got it, protected in a way when you're not doing something, Because hell, you never know. I mean, anything can happen. You could walk down the street, somebody bump it, boom, you're injured again.
Right.
But if you got that brace on.
I mean, take a look at UFC. Daniel Cormier gets tripped up by a cord after press conference, balls on his ass. I could take your knee out. Now I could take your team, screw you up. Now, you know me. I'm a huge Latavius Murray fan. Yep. And I believe the Vikings were better when Latavius Murray was in the backfield over Dalvin Cook. So, whatever. So, I believe Latavius Murray is their better running back. But they keep going with the young guy. So, it's all right. It is what it is. Now, do you believe Jordan Reed is 100% finally? He proclaimed he's 100 times better than last year, and he's this and he's that. And I look at it this way: he's one gust of wind away from injury.
I agree. I mean, he can talk all he wants. Oh, I'm 100%, and I'm sure he believes that, and it might be it might be the truth. But at the same time, like you said, he can go out there and get injured tomorrow because he's injury prone.
Yeah. Bad. He's a talented tight end. See, if someone came to me right now and said, Rob Gronkowski is the best tight end in football, I wouldn't argue. Nope. But if the next sentence out of their mouth was Jordan Reed is the number 2 tight end, I wouldn't argue if he was healthy. Because I think he's that good to be considered the second best tight end in football.
He is. When, like you said, when he's healthy, he is that good.
Right.
But the problem is, how long is he healthy?
What's going on, BMH? BMH shared some love earlier as well. I sent the love back.
And Mr. Showtime Vernon, we're just kind of talking about all kinds of things right now. We're not talking about any particular team. We're just kind of covering different things.
Yeah, I'm going to take the time to send our boy Chris Davis here a little link because I know he was sitting there waiting. Yep. I'll let everybody know in the chat. If you have something you want to discuss, let me know because I'm gonna drop a question on Ed here real quick, and then I'm gonna have him answer it, and then I'm sure Davis will show up during this conversation, and then he can then give me his feedback. But right now the Raiders are still in the Bay Area. The 49ers are in the Bay Area. Both teams have young, quality, gifted quarterbacks. If you were building a brand new franchise today and they said you could take either one of those quarterbacks, whether it be Jared Carr or Jimmy Garoppolo, who you building your franchise around? That's what I want to know, Ed. Who would you pick?
I'm taking a guy that we know what he can do.
So that'll have to be Jared Carr.
I'm taking Carr because Garoppolo has not proved nothing yet. He's had 5 games, which was pretty decent. But you know what you get with Carr. You know what he can do. And you gotta go with Carr.
Does his recent injury scare you? Because I mean he's broken his back, broken his leg. I believe he played scared out his ass last year. I believe that's what hurt him last year.
I think he's gonna come back. I think he won't be as scared because, it wasn't his back that took him out. It was his leg. So, he's over that part, but he might be a little nervous but still. I mean, how many times have guys tore up their knee and come back and have had phenomenal freaking careers and never got hurt again? Yeah. And then on the flip side, there's guys that come back, started having a hell of a season, and then boom, they're gone again because they either injured that leg again or the other leg went.
Right.
So, but I still got to go with the guy that's proved himself. I'm kind of on where you're at with the rookies, where I want them to prove themselves first. I'm not going to jump up and down and go, oh my God, we got this guy or they got that guy because he's a rookie. He hasn't played a down. Especially with rookies, they haven't played a down yet. With Garoppolo, he's not a rookie. He's been in the league, but he's been a backup. So he hasn't been playing because, unfortunately, he's set by Mr. I'm an egomaniac, and it's my team or nobody's team. And this is the guy that said, get him the hell out of town, and they did.
Did you hear the story about that?
Please.
About why and how Garoppolo ended up in San Francisco.
I don't know all of it. I do know that it was because of Brady.
Well,
I know that's why they got rid of him, because Brady wanted him the hell out of town.
Well, Belichick was the one who got to pull the trigger on what the trade was. And they stated that the Browns apparently offered 2 high picks. One was a first rounder. And they turned it down and accepted the number 2 from San Francisco. And the reason is because he's friends. Oh my, what's my dog's barking? Is for the simple fact of Belichick likes Garoppolo, and he said for the most part he didn't want to send him to Cleveland where quarterbacks go to die. He wanted to send him somewhere where he thought he could be successful. That's what was said.
Well, I can't disagree with that right now because it has happened. But at the same time, I'm going to say it now. For all these idiots, and there's going to be plenty, and I have friends that are idiots that are always bashing the Browns. Oh, they do that. When you have been through what these players on this team have been through, you will understand. As a Browns fan, I understand because I'm there. I keep up on what's going on. I keep my ear to the ground, and it's awful when you're constantly switching coaches, switching this, switching that, year in, year out, where a lot of these teams have the same staff every year for how many years?
Right.
That is why we suck. It's not the players. It's because they're constantly learning a new offense, new defense, getting to learn the new coaches, whatever. And if you're constantly doing that year in and year out, there's no way you're going to do anything. And the last 2 years, the reason we were so shitty is because we had a coaching staff and a front office staff that absolutely hated each other. That's a fact. Do your research, people. That is a fact. They did not get along. They argued about everything. So you see what happened. We went 1-31 in 2 years. I know somebody posted your thing, your stream the other day, where their grandfather remembers back to, 50s and 60s when guess who was the most dominant team in the league? Oh yeah, that's right, the team from Cleveland, and nobody touched them. That's because it was consistently the same staff and the same coaches and the same everything. All they did was brought guys in, replaced players they lost, and they kept it going. Cleveland has not had that. So I'm hoping this is the start. But we'll see. Because Hugh, I listened to his press conference, and he's having a very hard time adjusting to being just the head coach. Because when you're the offensive coordinator plus the head coach and you're used to that, and now you're not doing that anymore, and you're just a guy that's kind of making sure everything molds together, it's a little different. So we got to wait and see. I mean, that's all I can say about that. But, yeah, and going back to your question, you got to go with the guy who's proved himself. I know a lot of people are high on Garoppolo, and I keep an eye on the 49ers because my grandfather, who may he rest in peace, was a huge 49ers fan. Right. So I will keep a track of them now until I'm no longer on this earth. I will keep track of the 49ers and my Browns. And I know a lot of people are high on him, but at the same time, he had 5 games. That's it. He played 5. 5 games.
Yeah.
Well, this year, he's the starter. He's already struggled a little bit in camp, I've seen, first couple days. but it'll come around because he's not used to that. You know, when you're used to being the backup and the guy who's the start always gets all the reps and all this and all that, and then now you're thrown into it, that's a whole different thing.
It's a whole hell of a lot more work for the arm and so on and so forth.
Right. It's all different. Since we're talking about quarterbacks, and I know you don't believe this guy's coming back, I want to know what you think. You know, you can tell everybody your honest opinion of Andrew Luck, because from what I've seen, he's looking good.
Well, he's a bum.
Who?
Andrew Luck.
Oh, oh God, here we go.
I think Andrew Luck is a bust.
I ain't talked to you about football in months, and here you go calling people a bust.
I don't think he's been very good at all in his career. He's had his moments.
But honestly,
some quality numbers,
honestly, before you get further into it, Doug,
I can't call anybody a bust. Anybody that's ever gotten to the NFL, you can't call them a bust. They might not have great careers,
but that's what a bust.
They've made it to the end. They've made it to the NFL.
A bust is making it to the NFL and not being good when you're a high pick.
Here's the thing, though, Doug, that makes me give Andrew Luck the benefit of the doubt outside of him constantly getting hurt. Is the fact that the Colts been constantly ass ever since Peyton Manning left him. I'm sorry. Andrew Luck sat up there and dragged that Colts team to the fucking playoffs. Now, if he gets back to where he was at that time, then that's all fine. The Colts got to find a way to build around them. They got the Colts to do it. Frank Reich can do that.
First of all, they got to build him an arm.
I know that. Trust me. Trust me.
No,
I get exactly what you're saying.
Him personally, they need to build him an arm because his arm will never be the same.
I get exactly what you mean on that. Trust me. Make no mistake. But the Colts has been ass ever since Manning left, and they haven't been able to treat Andrew Luck that kind of like that. They haven't been able to do what they did with Manning. That's basically what I'm saying. Yeah, they gave him his weapons. They gave him T.Y. Hilton. Then they gave him Moncrief. But what the fuck did y'all do in the offensive line? You wonder why Andrew Luck got hurt in the first place.
Yeah,
you can't protect that man. You can't even give him a run game.
They have not given him anything to help him at all.
So it's like, you know what I mean? Like, this is where I say, you know what, I want to give him the benefit of the doubt. That man's not Aaron Rodgers. Nobody's gonna be Aaron Rodgers. That's first off. The fact that he could take an offense like that and like have them win games like that, that's scary for what happens when you actually get a team that can actually sit there and be like, all right, let's go ahead and actually build an offense for this dude so he can stop getting hurt. Not everybody's going to carry an offense. Not everybody can do that. You gotta have a system in place, regardless of who that person.
You got to have a line, like you said. I agree. You got to have a line that's going to protect him, because there was quite a bit of a lot of those games he was running for his life. He really was.
Too many games.
You know, and if you don't have a line, that's what happens. And did they address it? I still don't think they've addressed it.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like that's what I'm saying. Like, yo, like Doug, I definitely get what you mean by calling Andrew Luck a bust in this sense. But here's the thing: it's not. I don't even think it's his fault. I really do. I think it's just the Colts sitting up there acting like dickheads, thinking that the quarterback is just going to carry the whole offense when they know damn well that's not how it works.
Hashtag acting like dickheads. I'm making that a shirt.
Hashtag dickheads. That's exactly what they dickheads.
Right, well, we're gonna jump to this question since Noble Hayes just put it in there. What team is better in Pennsylvania, Philadelphia or Pittsburgh? Right now, it's Philadelphia.
Right now, it's Philly. Let's be
blunt. Not even a comparison.
There's no comparison.
Philly.
I'll put it this way: if someone came to me right now and said, "Here's $1," you got to put that dollar down on the one team you are 100% confident could be the champions. There's only one team I can pick, and that is the Eagles. They, to me, on paper, they're going to be better on paper than the team that won the Super Bowl. I think they've improved, and like I said, Wentz, I think, will come back. He'll be fine. But here's the best side of that:
they say he's going to be ready for Week 1.
Foles is going to be ready, more prepared, more confident in everything after what he did. So their quarterback situation is better now than it was. They've added players in key spots. Players are starting to get healthy that were nicked up. On paper, this is a better Eagles team than won the Super Bowl. So there's only one team that might be that surefire pick to win the Super Bowl, and it'd be the team to repeat.
Not named the Patriots.
Out of the other 13 teams, I'm not convinced any of them can do it.
Right, and since we're talking about Philly and Pittsburgh. We'll go to Pittsburgh situation.
The thing with Pittsburgh, and this was something I don't
well,
understand.
my question is this:
Pittsburgh.
Good.
Is it time for Pittsburgh to find a dance partner and get Le'Veon Bell the hell out of town?
Yes, at this point. But here's the thing that pisses me off with Pittsburgh is how do you have 3 amazing offensive players, a damn scary offense, but you could never get the job done against the Patriots? I wish someone would have that kind of offense, and then they fuck around and not get to the Super Bowl.
Oh,
Antonio Brown, Hall of Fame level talent.
You got all wound it, I know.
Antonio Brown, Hall of Fame level talent. I don't give a fuck what people say. Big Ben already proved his worth. He's Hall of Fame. And you got Le'Veon Bell, who's arguably the best running back in the game, and you still don't get to the Super Bowl? How? You don't even like how? How? I will never get that for life of me. They choked this shit so damn badly. Y'all had so many opportunities to do that, and you choked that away. Not everybody's gonna get that. You're not gonna get talent like that.
Well, see, I was watching what was it? NFL Good Morning, or whatever the hell it was called, and they had the discussion, and it said, "Who is the team to knock off the Patriots this year?" Which automatically is them assuming the Patriots are going to be the team to beat out of the AFC. And this was the 3 teams that were selected. And I was like, the hell? What the hell? One, the guy said the Steelers.
Bullshit.
Okay,
seeing as how they can't beat them.
Alrighty. The next guy took the Jaguars.
That's understandable if they don't fucking choke.
So I was like, all right. And then Tiki motherfucking Barber.
Here we go.
Oh, this ought to be good.
His prediction was about as good as his talent.
Good.
He picked the fucking Broncos. The hell is wrong with this man?
Please tell me. Please tell me why he picked the Broncos. What was his reason?
He was like, well, I know they only had 5 wins last season, but that defense, oh boy, that defense, and they added Chubb, and yeah, I got the Broncos.
Bruh, this the same
Okay,
Broncos
I'll give it.
team. This the
Okay,
same Broncos
I'll agree.
team, rookies or not, that got waxed by the Philadelphia Eagles last year,
I'll
and they didn't
agree. I'll agree with what he says about the defense. The defense is going to be a lot better. It is.
Fuck out of her.
But they have no offense. They have nothing.
None.
Nothing for offense. And I mean nothing.
Could I see Le'Veon Bell?
I don't care how great your defense is. If you can't put points on the board at some point, you're not going to win games. Because basically, you're saying, our defense is so great, they're going to have to shut everybody out for your offense to score at least one time so you can win.
Bruh.
All you gotta say, they're not going to shut everybody. It's not going to happen.
All you got to say for Denver, great defense, but Case Keenum, and stop talking. That's all you got to
say. No. I'm not even going to say that. Great defense, Case Keenum, and Emmanuel Sanders. That's it.
I mean, it's like, stop.
Fuck that. That's
and
it.
I laugh at some of the predictions that have the Denver Broncos winning the division. I'm like, what in the blue hell?
The Chiefs?
You got to give Case Keenum. Case Keenum you got to give him some love because look what he did with Minnesota. But he didn't have anything else. Like I said, he's got one guy to throw to. They have no running backs at all. And if he's going to throw it to the same guy all the time, eventually somebody's going to say, "Hey, yeah, keep going. We don't care."
Better pray Jake Butt becomes that dude. I'm telling you, because they need receivers up their ass.
I mean, that's all I can say. I mean, because like I said, they got Sanders and they got Demaryius Thomas. Okay, fine, whatever.
Oh, good Lord. Really? See, our boy CJ's in there saying the 2000 Ravens done.
Oh, my God. Like you said, Jake Button, as he called him, but it's Butte. Whatever. Jared Valdir, Connor McGovern, Matt Paradis, Randy Leary, and Garrett Bowles. Those are their linemen. So they tried to add Cortland Sutton to improve their offense in the passing game. Okay, fine. They picked up Royce Freeman because they knew Devontae Booker is not going to be an every down back. They knew this. So on paper, I don't even know who in the hell, even with a gun pointed at them, picks these guys as the team to be the team to beat the Patriots and knock them off in the AFC, so to speak. Although I don't think the Patriots are going to be the team to beat, but whatever.
All right. Well, who do you think? Who
I
you
mean,
have.
like I got.
You,
If I
you
had
have,
to do it right now,
unfortunately, you have to say the Patriots because they've done it for how many damn years in a row now? They have been the best team in AFC for how long?
but it's about now. Now, what have you done for me lately?
I don't.
That's how I look at it.
But the thing is, nobody's figured out how to beat them. That's the problem.
Who?
Normally when
Patriots.
teams beat them, things
The
called
thing
like a
with
top show their head.
The thing with how to beat the Patriots, I mean, there's only one possible way you have to beat them. The Giants and the Eagles did it. You have to literally rush Brady the best you can, because if you don't, they're gonna pick you apart.
No, but like I said,
Now-
when teams beat them, all of a sudden there's new rules, like the Tuck rule. They protect them. When they win the Super Bowl, there's always going to be an asterisk because there's always some kind of cheating scandal every time they won the Super Bowl.
Oh,
That's fact.
He really just made that.
I mean, yeah, he did, but I mean, like, look, Doug, not too long ago, you just mentioned about the slot cornerbacks having a tougher role. How you think that is with the Patriots? You think that they didn't already know that? They know this for a fact. Those wide receivers go out in space. Somebody's going to get open. Those cornerbacks can't cover for that long. And of course, that's easy pickings for Tom Brady. You already know the status quo. This whole offensive game is going to be it's going to stay as a passing game for a long ass time. And with Tom Brady at that helm, it's like the only way you're going to have to stop him is you have to get a pass rush. You have to cover. You can't do zone because you know Tom Brady's going to pick that apart. You have no choice but to do it.
It's because all they do, all the Patriots offense is it's dink and dunk down the field.
And yet
On
that shit
occasion,
works.
And that's what, and Doug and I have been talking about it a lot. How has no one figured out how to stop that shit?
Bruh, it really did not
It's dink and dunk all the way down the field. On occasion, like I said, it's a deep threat, and then they'll run it here and there just to keep try to keep everybody honest. But it's the same play over and over the entire game, and no one has figured out how to stop it.
And you got to rush the passer. You got to rush Tom Brady. If you don't get a hand in his face, it's a wrap. Plain and simple. That man lights up 500. He lit up 500 the Eagles. Thank God we won. He still lit up 500. That's what I'm saying. That fucking offense is too hard to stop. It's amazing that nobody's been able to try and at least try to mimic it.
I know. I want to bring this up. Talking about who's the team to beat them. I just thought I'd bring it up to make sure I wasn't crazy. I went and looked up Vegas's odds.
Not Raven. The Jaguars.
I looked up the Vegas's odds. Okay, the number one team they have to win the Super Bowl at 6-1 is the Patriots. So this is out of Vegas. All right. So if you go to Vegas now and you want to lay down some money, it's 6-1 odds on the Patriots as the top team. All right. Then you got NFC teams in the next two slots, both 10-1, the Rams and the Vikings. The Steelers are the next team out of the AFC at 10-1.
Get the fuck out of here.
So then you got the Eagles at 10-1, the Packers at 14-1, Falcons are 16-1, and then you have a trio. You have a trio of AFC teams at 16-1. They are at 16-1. So these are the three teams outside of the Steelers that they think have a chance to dethrone the Patriots, and they are the Chargers, Jaguars, and the Texans.
Jaguars is getting far too slept on, and honestly, I'm getting quite tired of it. Dude, I told people this a few. Dude, I'm not even a Jaguars fan, but I fucking love the way how they build their team.
Hold on, because I gotta read what Noble Hayes just posted here.
Go ahead.
He says, if you want to know how to beat the New England Patriots, go watch the Super Bowl. Every team in the league should watch the Super Bowl to find out how to beat the Patriots.
In a sense, yeah, I see what you're talking about. The Giants is literally the only team I can think of, but you have to look at it like this. At that time,
I would say this.
They didn't. Go ahead.
I'll say this. They beat them, yeah. But for a team that supposedly had a top defense and a top defensive line, that fucking line didn't show up till almost the end of the fourth quarter.
No Nobody's defense showed up until at least until at the stretch, at the finishing stretch. Eagles got fried.
Their defense did not show up until, and I'm like, I'm sitting there watching. I'm going, where is this line? I mean, they had no pressure. They had no nothing. And then late in the game, then they finally make a big play. It's like, what the hell? So I'm not going to go all gaga, go, oh my God, they're deep. No.
No, look.
Just,
hey. Oh my God.
I don't know.
Hayes, look. I'm an Eagles fan just like you are, bro, but keep it real, yo. We got fried that game, and we just so happened to have the MVP and Madden curse on our side, and it just so happened to be Brandon Graham playing on all Madden, getting that fucking strip sack. Dude, I'm telling you, on some real shit, had that not happened, I literally started as soon as I got the ball back with 2 minutes up. I said, it's a wrap. Over.
And
2 minutes?
I agree with you, Noble. He says that whole entire drive what they scored on in the third quarter was all to Gronk. And that's right. And you couldn't stop him.
Couldn't stop him.
Couldn't stop the best tight end in the league.
No one can. No one. The only way you can beat Gronk is going to beat himself, and that's getting injured. That's it. That's all you gotta hope for.
That's a good question. Icon Sniper Gamer says they lost 3 games this season, so they're beatable. But do the Jags, Vikes, and the Eagles have what it takes?
Hell yeah, the Eagles got what it takes. It's the Vikings and Jaguars, obviously.
The Eagles had what it took on that day.
Yeah, that definitely had what it took. It's the Jaguars that got my biggest question out of all 3 teams. Because here's the thing. The Jaguars, it should have been Jaguars versus Eagles last year. Point blank, period. If they didn't choke like they did in that second half, it would be Jaguars versus Eagles. That's why I said I'm getting tired of the simple fact that Jacksonville is getting slept on so much when they have that kind of defense that can sit up there and wax the Patriots. Telling you, they got the line, they got the linebackers, and they got the secondary. All they gotta do is not choke. The only downfall out of that whole team is their quarterback. That's it. The quarterback arguably their offense. That's it. Other than that, Tom Brady will have fits against the Jaguars. If they learned their lesson from that last playoff game, Tom Brady is going to be in trouble. Stop sleeping on the Jaguars. Everybody needs to stop sleeping on the Jaguars. Because I said it ever since that they drafted Miles Jack that there was going to be a fucking problem. Show them some fucking respect, dog. Seriously, this shit is enough is enough. If it's going to take Jalen Ramsey sitting up there playing like Deion Sanders and picking every quarterback off until y'all realize this shit, so be it.
We don't want him to play completely like Deion, though.
Shit, he could tackle better than Deion.
That's what I'm saying. We don't want him to play like completely because Deion didn't hit nobody, he wouldn't tackle.
All he needs is Deion's ball hawking. That's it. Don't need anything else from him. Exactly. You're right. You cannot stop teams from choking, but then if you got that mentality of being scared of a team, you erase that out of your mind. It's a wrap. Erase that out of your mind. It's a wrap. Confidence is a scary ass thing to fuck with. And when a team got confidence, man, your ass can forget it. Especially if that team knows they better than you, your ass is done.
Yeah, but the thing is, I'll say it again. Patriots have been to the AFC Championship game in the Super Bowl. How many years now?
God, at least like 4 or 5 years.
Nobody. It's weird. It's just I don't get it. Like I said, nobody has figured out how to stop that offense, and they keep running the same thing every year. It's not like you're going to see something different. It's the same offense every year. Nothing changes. The only thing that changes is the parts. Other than that, it's the same. Nothing changes, and yet it's still successful. That's the scary part.
I wonder if it's going to be that successful when Brady leaves, honestly. That's gonna be my biggest
That's
question
just-
yet. That's gonna be my biggest question yet. That motherfucker's getting up there in age. He ain't.
Who's that?
Tom Brady, he gonna get up there in age. I wonder how they gonna handle
And
it
yet,
when Brady leaves.
and yet, he's still putting up numbers that are unfreaking believable. Even though he's old, he's still putting up numbers.
That fucking scheme, dog. That fucking scheme. Absolutely crazy.
Like I said, it's the same offense year in and year out. Doug and I've talked about this many times. And
So, what
it's
teams
just-
do y'all think can win the Super Bowl this year? Honestly,
knows?
like I said, it has. I want it to be the Jaguars so bad. I'm telling you, I'm not even a shit. If you could talk about the Jaguars as my third team to watch, so fucking good. I love the way how they fucking play. I love defense and the way how they play their defense. Is like if this was APF 2K8 again, they're almost all of their fucking secondary will almost be gold. 2 gold corners, a gold defensive end, a silver defensive tackle, a bronze defensive end, something like that. Like, dude, the Jags ain't nothing to fuck with. Defensively, they're nothing to fuck with. If they get that offense going, y'all gonna have problems. That's why I want to see Jags versus Eagles, because I want to see what Carson Wentz is gonna do against the Jags defense. That's gonna be a fucking ball game in London. London gonna be a for treat.
Now, and what pisses me off about all, and what pisses me off about the Patriots the most
Good.
is their head coach was our head coach, and he was starting to build something. I mean, hell, he won 11 games from Cleveland. As soon as he won 11 games, they shipped him the fuck out of town.
Oh, by the way, that's another team that if I was everybody, I would probably.
How the hell do you do that?
I'm sorry, Browns are another team I would stop sleeping on. Telling you, they look if they get Des Bryant, they gonna be a problem. I'm
I
dead
don't want Des
serious.
Bryant.
I'm dead
I don't want
serious.
Des Bryant anywhere near Cleveland.
No, Ed, trust me. No, trust me. You may say that now. I'm telling you. Imagine.
I'm telling you. I don't want that headache in Cleveland. We have enough headaches to worry about.
Oh my god. He was never no. He was never a headache. No. Trust me. Y'all saying this?
He was never a headache, really.
He was never a headache when he was over there at the Cowboys. The thing that the Cowboys they always tell him was that he was always a team oriented guy. That's why he got so mad over there in the South.
Shit.
Always got mad over there in the South because he was a team oriented guy. He always wanted the team to win. So you think he not gonna bring that mentality over there with the Browns?
They're not reporting it.
What?
I just got the alert. They're not reporting the injury yet. But
Yeah, I know that man's off the season.
during conditioning drills, Jason Verrett is probably done for the season. So the Chargers just lost their corner.
I'm sorry, but that's what the Chargers get for fucking around and not picking up Trey Boston. They should have resigned him. I don't care what anyone said. Because I think now he's a safety, right? I still think that he probably would have just put him in that corner and play a corner. I mean, there's versatile corners and there's versatile safeties in this league. There is safeties that can do both. He did a good job over there. So the fact that he went over to the Cardinals would be like, ooh, I don't know about that.
Listen, I'm not happy with hearing that the Browns want to bring in Des Bryant. They want to bring in Pac-Man Jones. I'm like, oh.
Hey, look, and all I can say is this. Your team got nothing to go butt up after what they did last season. So, if anything, if I was the Browns, I'm adding anybody that I can possibly add to help get more than at least 5 wins.
No, I don't want guys in there that could No.
Hell, I can see the Browns as a 7-9 team. I'm being legit.
The B train.
I'm being really serious.
I don't want a guy that could go off the handle and go choke his mama again.
Oh, that's fucked up.
You about to give that an aneurysm.
No, there is, in my book, there is no room for a guy to put his hands on his mama. You don't put your hands on your mama.
I agree.
That's fucked up.
I agree.
And he choked her out. He choked her out.
Choked her out.
DOA is lackadaisical because of the fact that ever since he got that injury and since Tony Romo left, He literally has not been the same. And you knew it as soon as Romo left that Dez was gonna miss his ass. You knew that was coming. Literally, Dak Prescott sat up there and got Dez Bryant kicked out of Dallas. That's literally what happened.
Okay, so now you're gonna blame Dak Prescott.
Dak Prescott can't give him the fucking ball. He
Nah,
can't
it's
ever
not how-
get him the
Could
ball, dog.
you please say his name right?
What?
Whack Prescott. Thank you.
Oh, never mind. You're right. Whack Prescott. Cannot get him the ball at all. Dog, I literally just saw it in training. Now, granted, it's training camp. I literally saw a clip from training camp where Cole Beasley had to go down on one knee to get the ball. He's fucking 5'8". How can you underthrow a 5'8" receiver, dog? How? How, Sway? How?
How do you underthrow a 5'8"?
How you underthrow a 5'8" receiver with no defense in training camp?
And
Oh.
I don't know if anybody saw it. What did anybody see what Joe Thomas said about Tyrod Taylor?
What?
And you know me, I'm a Browns fan. Joe Thomas is my boy. Joe Thomas was on Good Morning Football, and they were talking about the Browns. And they were talking about Tyrod Taylor. Thomas said Tyrod Taylor is the Browns quarterback for the future.
Oh, no.
Eventually, Baker will come in, but for now, it's Tyrod. He said Tyrod can play as long as he wants to. And he said he is going to go from Cleveland to the Hall of Fame because he's going to be the guy that took two teams that hasn't been to the playoffs in how many in back-to-back seasons. He's calling it now. Tyrod's taking the Browns to the playoffs.
All right, that's a cold shot because look, my expectation was 7-9, but if he thinks that he thinks the Browns will go 10-6 or 11-5 with him, I would like to see that. Like I said, they got nothing to go but up. They don't have a choice. Either that, and if they fuck it up this year, get rid of Hugh Jackson.
I hope Tyrod balls out this year and they give him an extended contract.
He deserves it. By the way, the Jets should be okay. I don't know how they're gonna do, but I feel like the Jets. I don't know what's going on with the Jets. They still having quarterback controversy, quarterback issues.
Yeah, because I don't think Donald's signed yet.
Oh God! Like I said, man, I don't know what the fuck's going on with the Jets. The Jets, like, they need a rehaul on a front office point of view. Fuck that. It's not even a team. Front office has been downright terrible.
No, they know what the Browns have been going through.
Yeah.
Because honestly, we have an owner has no clue. He really does. He has no damn clue. And he tries to get involved and he shouldn't. He should just hire the football people, let them do what they and just tell everybody, hey, I own the Cleveland Browns. You know, don't get involved. Don't do nothing. Let the football people take care of it.
I can completely switch gears on us for a second if you want.
Go ahead.
Sure, go ahead.
I can give you my top prospects for the draft next year.
Go ahead. Do that.
He's already.
Do that. Oh, that reminds me. Before you do that, I want to hear who's your sleepers. Who's your sleepers for this draft we just had? Who's your sleepers? Who's your bust? Who's your potential bust? Who's your, who's good? Shoot.
I'd already given you most of that stuff.
No, you didn't.
Hey, I told you. Told you straight up. Ed's gonna hate me, but I said Baker Mayfield ain't gonna be shit in this league. Took him.
Oh, I believe it.
I already said Kyle Luletta was gonna be a studded quarterback. Giants scooped him up. I said Josh Rosen's gonna be the most ready NFL quarterback from day one, but he won't be the best. But he won't be the best quarterback out of this draft class. It's going to be Josh Allen, who went to Buffalo.
I don't care. Good job, Arizona. You got yourself a quarterback.
And so I mean, I see that, but just for the shits and giggles of it, I'll throw my top 10 at you. If the draft happened today, I believe this would be the top 10 guys. Defensive end out of Ohio State, Nick Bosa. Defensive tackle out of Houston, Ed Oliver. Multi-versatile defensive lineman out of Michigan, Rashawn Gary. Clelin Ferrell, defensive end out of Clemson. Best corner in the draft is going to be out of Georgia, DeAndre Baker. Best wide receivers, A.J. Brown out of Ole Miss. Dexter Lawrence, defensive tackle out of Clemson. Greedy Williams, LSU corner. Dremonte Jones, defensive tackle from Ohio State. And right now, the best quarterback coming out is probably going to be Ryan Finley out of North Carolina State, because this might be the weakest quarterback class we've seen in eons. Just pointing that out now.
Damn.
And I'm gonna interrupt you, and just so you people heard that.
Ohio State twice.
No. almost all those
Defensive
in the
lineman.
top 10 are all linemen. That's right.
Right. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of my top 10 play defensive tackle, defensive end, or multi-versatile in the D line. It is going to be a very heavy defensive lineman draft.
I don't think so, Noble. I don't think Baltimore got a better quarterback.
Okay, I just had to do that.
Why? Why did you do that?
Because Lamar Jackson's going to be a fucking piece of garbage in the league. I love that kid. He's got a great attitude about him, carries himself like a true gentleman, pure class. We need more human beings in this world that are like Lamar. But on the football field, forget it, son. Go pick up knitting class or something because you will not be an NFL quarterback.
Damn.
Not going to happen.
Knitting class.
Not going to happen.
No,
Won't happen.
He's an
He's an
athlete.
This
He's an athlete.
not going to happen. Let's put it this way. He is the poor man's Tim Tebow. There you go.
Oh.
That's that simple. And I love Tim Tebow. I believe Tim Tebow could have been a successful quarterback in the NFL. He wasn't going to be the knock your socks off kind of player with the numbers, but he was going to get you wins. Lamar you
know what Skip Bayless? You know what Skip Bayless?
He ain't gonna get you to
win.
All he does is
All
win.
he does is
All
win.
he does is win.
Speaking of him, since
I need
you
to make
just
that
brought
shit
him up, did you hear he just broke his hand?
Who's that?
Tim Tebow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so he's out like
Oh wow.
I forget how many weeks they said he's going to be out missing the baseball season now.
Yeah, he was close. He was close. I'm telling you, he was close to getting that call up. Made the All-Star game, hit a damn double off one of the best pitchers in the league. He was close, but it's all right. It's all right.
Got a setback. Well, they said earlier on that they expected him to be up sometime this year.
Yeah, well, that's all this man
Somebody-
faces, the setback. So, that's all I'm gonna say. But
All right, let's
nonetheless,
get back to football.
it's Dak Prescott Noble, D-A-K, not Zach, Dak. Although I call him Whack. But yeah. Like I said, I just believe that's what Lamar Jackson is. I really believe that's what he is, and I hope I'm wrong. Just like I made it perfectly clear to Ed more than once, I cannot see Saquon Barkley converting into an NFL stud. He is your true college running back. He's the type of kid where you put him in any college setting, he's going to light it up. And this guy, to me, is the perfect human being. He's like the perfect human being. So of all guys that I've ever doubted, he's the one I want to stand up and say, not today, dumbass, and prove me wrong. If I ever wanted a player to prove me wrong, it's this kid. And I hope that God he can prove me wrong. But I just don't see it. I don't think he's going to be a bust. I don't think he's going to be a failure. And the people will be like, well, the hype is through the roof. So when I make the statement, he's not going to live up to the hype, then it's just like, well, how good is he going to be? How bad is he going to be? I see him being one of those running backs to where, he's not your guy, but he's going to be one of those complementary pieces that every team wouldn't mind having. That's all the better I can see him being. That's just the way I look at it with him. And I hope he's that guy who can take the league by storm. I just feel that way about him. Like I said, Lamar Jackson, I just feel he's going to have an even worse season. Lamar Jackson's a sit and watch for 5-year type of quarterback. That's what he is. And unfortunately, Flacco don't have 5 years. I'll be lucky and be surprised if Flacco's got 5 games, let alone 5 years.
Damn.
So I mean, if I'm Baltimore, if I'm really Baltimore, dead ass, and I'm really sitting there thinking about if I'm Baltimore and I have this kid sitting there, there's no way I'm going to throw him to the wolves. I can't. I can't because he's going to damage my team as a whole. And Flacco's my guy. And I have RG3. So here's what I'm going to do if I'm the Ravens. I'm going to put RG3 in, and after about 3 minutes in the first quarter when he gets hurt, we're just going to go to Josh Woodrum and call it a day. By the way, he's the 4th-string quarterback. And Lamar's just going to sit. He's going to knit a sweater, and he's going to watch. Because he is not getting on my field for a while. because it's his athletic ability. And like I said, he's an athlete. It was his athletic ability that helped him save his ass more than once in college. Go watch film, ladies and gentlemen. If you think you know football and you think you can watch film and understand football, go watch Lamar Jackson film. It is his athletic ability that allowed him to escape things and make things happen at the college level. That's not going to work in the NFL.
I'm sorry, but Doug,
Not going to work.
Doug, I think outside of Saquon Barkley, it has to be Lamar Jackson as the one guy that would want to prove you wrong so bad.
And I wouldn't mind that he'd be the next guy in line. Like I say, he's a class kid. He's a very class kid. You don't hear nothing negative about him. He's just a good kid. And it sucks. Because here's the thing I've noticed. The good kids always seem to be the bust where the assholes seem to be the shit. It drives me crazy. I want to see a good kid
Carson
get
Wentz.
treated right. I want to see a good kid succeed for once. So, if there's a thing as a higher power, motherfucker, you better make sure Barkley and Jackson are successful. That's the way I look at it, But like I said, I just can't see it. I mean, I just can't. I'm stuck on it. I believe in it from the beginning. I even said it from the door. Lamar Jackson doesn't even belong in somebody's top 10 list. I don't know what the fuck motherfuckers is thinking. It's just stupid. It's just stupid. And all I know is the Giants better hope Jonathan Stewart's got some wheels in him. And Wayne Gallman, I think he's going to be okay. But they're going to have to lean on those two, I believe, because Barkley's just not going to be able to whatever.
Okay.
Speaking of the Giants and Davis Webb, you better hope you can take Eli's job this season, because if you don't, Kyle Lauletta going to be coming for that shit. Kyle Lauletta will be the next Giants franchise quarterback. It'll be Phil Simms, Eli Manning, Kyle Lauletta. And by the time Lauletta's done, he'll make y'all forget about both Simms and Eli Manning. Just saying.
Damn. That's how you feel?
That's how I feel about Kyle Lauletta.
Well, we've been
so
talking a lot about
kid?
I've been on Lauletta high since before last college football season even started. And cats are just now starting to learn about him because they're watching him in camp. Mike Shula will find out later.
I'm going to be honest.
This is the same. Hey, this is the same guy that told me when Carson Wentz was a freshman that this kid's going to be all that. This was when he was a freshman.
Hey,
look, I need to say this about Lauletta, which I find kind of crazy what the Patriots did. I find it so crazy that the Patriots did not bother trying to get either Kyle Lauletta or Lamar Jackson, this was coming up in the draft. You would have thought oh shit, Patriots heard of him. Doug been talking about Kyle Lauletta at some point. So I'm like, do you think the Patriots may have heard? And all of a sudden the Patriots don't go with him. I'm like, the fuck? Who just do from LSU? So I'm wondering. The Giants probably got something going on with that.
by the way,
all right.
Danny Etling, by the way.
Honestly, honestly, this is what I'll say.
Dougie, what do you think about what our buddy CJ just posted here?
Oh,
let me see what he said.
We
don't need
Flacco Flacco has 16 games. The Ravens are not going to pay him that money. RG3, Ravens are changing their whole quarterback philosophy.
That's very interesting if they didn't do that.
Here's the way I look at this. Here's the way I look at it. When I saw what they did, and what I mean by that was anyone who understands football and been paying attention to football knew this was going to be Flacco's see you later bye season. So they go out and they get RG3. Complete opposite of player of Flacco. How do those two players work the same playbook? I don't fucking know. Then they go in the draft and they get Lamar Jackson. You instantly knew what they wanted to go to. You knew instantly what they're trying to go away from. Flacco does not have 16 games in him at all. The reason why is because he's not going to survive the season. He's going to get hurt. He's going to play timid. And I don't, I just look at Baltimore's offensive line. And when I think of Baltimore's offensive line, I'm just like, this is why I laugh when they picked up RG3, because Flacco is going to probably go down. Because, like I said, Orlando Brown, okay, whatever. We love him. Marshall Yanda, he's losing the step. Matt Skura, I'm not a fan of Matt Skura, really not. James Hurst, whatever. Ronnie Stanley, I like him. Greg Senat might be their best lineman. He's a goddamn rookie. But my thing is, I look at this team. He's going down. That's how I look at it. He's going to go down.
And they think RG3's not going down, and you know he got an injury history.
Well, that's why I said if you are the Baltimore Ravens, you cannot put Lamar Jackson on the field as a rookie. You just cannot do it. So you better make sure Josh Woodrum's ready. You better make sure he's ready because Flacco's gonna get hurt. RG3 is gonna get hurt with the first big gust of wind that the stadium feels. And then Josh Woodrum's got to step in.
Oh shit!
I mean, that's just all there is to
He
it.
said that big gust of wind.
Be like, oh my leg!
Oh, and RG3 is down again, folks.
I'm in tears.
Oh my goodness.
That's just how it is. But I agree with the fact. I agree with the statement. They're changing their philosophy. There's no doubt about that. That's what they're doing. Absolutely zero doubt. That's exactly where they're going. You know, so I mean, Josh Woodrum, welcome to the NFL, kid, because you're gonna have to step up.
Wow.
I mean, that's just how it is with him. You know, Josh Woodrum. All right, Mr. Davis, tell me about Mr. Josh Woodrum.
I don't know shit about him.
Oh my God.
I'm dead serious. I don't know shit.
He said, I don't know shit about him.
I don't know anything.
He's 6'3". I think he's 6'3", 230. He went to Liberty.
Okay.
I know they picked him up from San Francisco.
Okay.
He's never played a down because last year he was a rookie.
Okay.
And he an ugly white dude. That's about the gist of it.
That's it.
Yep.
That's about all you can learn from him. That's about all you can learn. Oh my God. But I mean I can be nice.
Like you said, he went to Liberty. Nobody's gonna know who he is because he went to Liberty.
Liberty. I mean, I can give you his college numbers if you want them.
Go ahead.
I mean, but you can't fault the guy. I mean, he's good. He made it to the NFL. You can't fault him for going to Liberty. But
Yeah, so
but
he was a 4-year starter at Liberty.
okay.
I mean, shit. I'll keep it like this. I didn't hear of Carson Wentz until Doug told me. So it was like, you know,
Yeah, Josh
damn shame these FCS schools don't get a lot of love.
Yeah, Josh Rosen was a 4-year starter in Liberty. I think he ended up with like a 64% completion percentage, like 60 touchdowns to 30 picks.
Not bad.
In the 46 games he started in, I think he got sacked like 60 times though.
Damn.
So he's not very getting the hell out the pocket and save your ass kind of quarterback. So he does not fit the Lamar Jackson RG3 type of philosophy that I believe they're trying to go with or whatever. So, I mean,
damn.
And I think in his 4 years, I think he had just over 10,000 total passing yards. I think his best year was as a junior. I think he passed with just under 3,000 passing yards. So, you know, why do I know about Josh Woodrum? What the fuck is wrong with me?
Yeah. Why do you know about him?
Because you're a nutcase.
Fucking junkie.
I
I right there, Chris. You got it. That's his drug right there.
Fucking junkie.
Football.
His drug is football. Somebody take it away from him for at least about a month.
Oh, what he meant was he had a 16-game contract. Yeah, this is it. This is his last 16 games with the team. There's no doubt about that. Then he's gonna go. And who knows, Joe? Joe Flacco might be the guy who creates that knitting class for Lamar Jackson. Who knows?
Oh God.
Can knit each other's sweaters and shit.
I want to bring us back to the point that you made. If they're changing the philosophy, that's great. But at the same time, like you said, it's going to be when you watch this guy. If they're doing it, it's going to be two different things. When Flacco's in there and when one of those guys are in there.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to really mess with how your line plays. It's going to mess with how your receivers play. It's going to mess with what your running backs do, because what Flacco do is going to be the complete opposite of what RG3 or Lamar does.
Right.
I don't see how it's helping them.
It doesn't.
I don't see how it's helping them this year.
It doesn't. That's the sad part.
If they're going to move on from Flacco, you should have just went ahead and did it.
I guess they didn't want to take that cap hit.
Okay.
Who knows? Who knows with them? No.
So
I
do
mean,
you like the rugby player to fit off the Eagles picked up and put him on the offensive line? I don't got a problem with it. If he can work out, he can work out. That's not my issue. Look,
Jesus
if he
Christ.
shows he got the work ethic and if he shows enough to make the practice squad, the
Come on,
Eagles
Chris.
got a steal.
Come on, Chris.
Other than that, I don't give a damn.
Can't do that.
Why not? I'm going to that is. I mean, look, Eagles did what any other team would do to just take a flyer on him and see what he can do.
That's not what I'm talking about.
Go ahead.
You can't sit there and say, "Do you like what the Eagles did with the rugby guy?"
I don't mind. I mean, yeah. I mean, like, if he could be like Refrigerator Perry, just take the ball and bowl people over at the goal line.
Right, but is that how you're going to refer to him, as the rugby guy?
Oh,
You don't want to give him a
What-
name?
Jordan,
What-
Jordan Mailata, I think that's his name.
There you go, Jordan
Stop
Mailata,
telling me with that.
the 6'8", 345-pounder.
What are they making him? What's he playing?
Gonna play
Oh.
offensive line.
Oh,
Offensive line?
Yeah, apparently, but he's too goddamn athletic for offensive line. Then again, I look at Trent Williams, and the man's not built like.
Do you understand how rugby works?
Yes.
Do you understand they use their hands a lot?
Yes.
Do you understand he's probably going to be able to play that position?
Maybe. I mean, like, honestly, I'll feel more better with him playing defensive tackle. He's goddamn athletic for guards and centers. But that's just me. Oh God! But look, if it can work out, it can work out. He got a long way ahead of him, so we'll see what he can. We'll see what he can do. Like in the future, it's not going to be
That's the
all in one
rugby
year.
guy.
Yeah, don't even give him a name. He just says the rugby guy.
The rugby guy.
I
Got
mean,
a rugby.
He has a name.
But I
What
just
the
said
hell?
hey.
This is
All
a
right,
guy
so-
who they play without pads. They beat the living shit out of each other, and they like it.
And they like it.
I mean, look. What's
I'll
his
tell you
face-
right now.
What's his face
rugby
from the
player-
49ers was like that. I don't know if he's still on the team or not.
Rugby players are a whole other animal. Some of those guys are insane. Hey, I hope he makes the team. I hope he does.
Justice Hill, Noah Faint. I've heard of him.
Fucking-
I'm looking at the thing you're sending me.
I'm
Bryce
sending
Young.
him my super early top 100 prospects list.
Yeah, Greg Little. Yep, I heard of him.
Who the hell is he talking? Who's CJ talking about? He's a career backup. The NFL
Who?
needs him. He's one of them. I have no idea who he's
Are you
talking
talking
about.
about RG3? You said RG3 has changed his whole philosophy. He should have been changed his whole philosophy when his ass was over there in Washington. He would still be a starter in this league. That's his own fucking fault. Seriously. That's his own fucking fault. He probably would still be starting for the rest of it if he had changed his whole philosophy a long time ago. You want to focus
I'm
on
not-
running.
I'm not sure who the hell
Yeah,
he's
all
talking
right.
about.
Look what happened the year after that. Your ass got figured out, didn't you? Dumb motherfucker.
He's not an RG3 fan, ladies and gentlemen.
No, I'm not, because he's a fucking dickhead. He another one. God,
Okay.
how you this good in Baylor? You known for having a good GPA in Baylor. You would know if something isn't working right with you, the least you can do is change it up. He ain't even bother changing it up. If anything, he was cocky with it. He's another one of those college guys that does so well in college, but they shit their bed completely once they get in the pro level. True. Point blank, period.
There you go, Mr. Davis. I've now sent you my entire top 100
I've only
super early 2019 draft class prospects.
Thank you. And the crazy thing is that, by the way, there's only one guy that I know of that at the moment, for me personally, that won a Heisman. I think he retired.
Oh,
That won a Heisman, and it actually lasted as long as he has. That's fucking Carson Palmer. That's it. Oh, that's the only dude I know.
Delaney Walker just struck a 2-year, $17 million extension that includes an $8 million signing bonus, and $12.76 million of that will be totally guaranteed, making
tight
his
ends.
total deal a 3-year, $23.2 million contract, which means that is his "see you later, I'm retiring" contract.
He earned it. He earned it.
Right.
Earned it. I don't give a fuck what people said. That motherfucker earned it. Playing at 33. You still playing like that at 33?
Top
No,
receiver.
your ass earned every bit of money your ass
Even as a tight end, he's been the top receiver they've had for years.
earned it. Fuck out of here.
Since we're talking tight ends,
But
did you see?
Who is she?
You see who's talking to the Chargers?
Hmm?
They want to bring him back.
yo, yeah, Antonio get well. Oh well. You wonder why.
I saw that. I'm like, what the hell's that all about?
I don't know why y'all didn't keep him like from the beginning. You should have known something like this was gonna happen.
Oh
Your best guy gets hurt. Now you want to bring back the guy that's been basically your leading guy for years. Why cut him in the first place? Nothing, Chargers. You fucking dickheads. Should have never moved out of San Diego.
I think they cut him because he was old.
I don't
and
give
he
a
was
fuck.
making too much money. And he was making too much
I
money.
don't give a fuck. You're your second best tight end.
Oh, I agree. I'm not arguing with. I'm just telling you. That's why they got rid of him.
And if you're gonna cut your second best tight end, so you better have a good backup plan. You better pray your third tight end is as good as the second tight end you just cut. Your second string tight end as you cut. Apparently he wasn't that good enough, and now all of a sudden they want to bring him back.
But why would they want to bring him back? I mean, you got Henry Hunter, Virgil Green,
Henry Hunter's hurt.
Cole Hunt, Braden Bowman. You got Austin Roberts, Sean Culkin, Ben Johnson. All these are tight ends in camp. I think they might be the only team in the NFL that's got 7 tight ends at camp.
You might be right.
I mean,
Hunter Henry's hurt. That's why they want to bring him back. It's because Hunter Henry's hurt. He out for the whole year.
I mean, it's just like, all righty then. Alright,
Like, instead giving one of your other tight ends a shot,
I was always a fan.
Experienced vet.
I was always a fan of Antonio Gates, but
He said, "Go teach the rest of them guys. They will pick up his traits from rugby. You watch and see." Shit. I hope they pick up the stamina trait. That's one thing I do know about rugby. Now they can run in the field for a long ass time.
Yeah.
Fuck out of here, fam.
like I said, rugby players are a whole other animal. They're just.
And so is football. Football's also a professional sport.
Well, we gotta have some fun here, though.
Sure.
This is gonna change. Like I said, Ed and I want to let everybody know this. Ed and I plan on doing what we're doing right now. Every Tuesday, Wednesday is the plan. It's probably gonna be more on Wednesday. If my schedule don't change, it's gonna definitely be on Wednesdays. If it does change, we'll see. But we're planning on doing it on Tuesdays or Wednesdays, going live each and every week, previewing the upcoming week, and going over the previous week, giving predictions and recaps and the whole 9 yards. So that being said, we're obviously going to have changes. We're obviously going to change our opinions. We're going to obviously change our opinion on who's going to finish where in this and that and other things. So that being said, we need to make the predictions. We need to drop some predictions. Who is going to win what, and who's going to be this, and who's going to be that?
Lord have mercy.
Oh God. Okay. Where do you want to
put us all on
start?
the spot. Yeah. Where do you want to start, Dougie?
That's a good question. I mean,
Who do you think is going to be the worst team in the league? Let's start with that.
Worst team in the league.
I know damn well it's not going to be the fucking Browns. They got way too much talent to suck this year. I'm sorry. I don't give a fuck what you say, Ed. That team got way too much talent to suck.
I agree, but until I see them play and see how they're gelling and how they're still the worst team in football.
I tell you what, if the Browns win under 5 games, fire Hugh Jackson.
I'm going Jets. Worst team in the league.
I agree, Jets.
Yeah, they got
No, not Jets. Seahawks. They legit did not do shit. They will get stomped on.
Well, here's what we'll go. I'll just pick the divisions and we'll wrap it up.
All right.
We'll mention
All right.
it. And like I said, we're obviously going to have changes of it and this, that, and the other. Like I said, and then the week before the season starts, after all the preseason games and injuries kick in, all that other bullshit, we're going to have an official show where we'll be like, this is our predictions.
This is our picks. Yep.
This is our playoffs. This is our Super Bowl. This is our big dick competition, whatever you want to call it.
Big Dick Nick.
Oh, my God. You know, so we'll start out here like where most predictions begin. We'll go AFC East.
All right. I'll work best and worst.
Who is going to win that division?
We're talking AFC East.
AFC East.
Oh God, you're going with the Patriots. that division sucks. I'm sorry. This division sucks.
This is what I'm about to say here is a complete and utter shot in the dark for who I think is going to win this division, and it will not be the Patriots, by the way.
Well, I'm gonna say right now to you, if it's not the Patriots, the only true honest
Buffalo Bills
is the Bills.
Win the division.
Because the Jets are gonna be last. The Dolphins ain't going nowhere as long as Tannehill's the quarterback. So they're gonna go 3. And if Josh Allen does what I think he can do, they can dethrone the Patriots. People talking about who's going to dethrone the Patriots as far as out of the AFC. The fucking Bills might dethrone them out of the AFC East. But my money's still going to go on the Patriots at 1, but I do have the Bills too. So there you go.
Yeah.
I got you. Patriots, Bills, Dolphins, Jets.
Yeah, that would be mine.
Yeah, I'm going a shot in the dark. I'm going to say Buffalo.
So you're going to flip-flop those two, huh?
Yes, I am. If I know I'll most likely be wrong, but if I am so fucking big, you can't get mad at me for calling a ballsy-ass move like that.
All right, well, I'm going to have fun with this one. I don't want to wait for this division.
Good.
Since me and Ed have the exact same order and you flip-flopping the Bills and the Patriots, we're pretty close. Let's just say fuck it. Let's just say fuck and go to the AFC North.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay? Because Ed loves his Browns. Mr. DOA is in the chat as a big Ravens fan. So I'm going to go to you first, Chris, since Ed's got, connections to this division. Who you got? In the order, what you got?
Steelers 1.
Uh-huh.
God, this division sucks so fucking hard. It's hard to say he's going to win two.
Take it out of your ass already. Shit.
Cincinnati's going to be 2. Oh, Jesus. Browns will be 3.
Uh-huh.
Baltimore's going to be 4. I'm sorry. They suck so damn bad. I'm like, why? This whole fucking division is garbage. Why? Why is that so easy for the fucking Steelers? God damn it, man. I wish the NCAAs had it this easy.
Oh, shit.
Go ahead.
Well, Ed, I'm going to go next since it's your division. I do have the Steelers winning. I have the Steelers winning this division. I really do. And I have the Ravens coming in last. But I have the Browns 2. Yes, I do. And the Bengals.
I was debating that too. I really was.
I have it Steelers, Browns, Bengals, Ravens, and I'll be okay. I'll be okay if somebody says flip the Bengals and the Ravens. I could possibly do that. But like I said, the situation at quarterback is just so goddamn fugly. You just can't. You just can't.
Dude.
No, it drives me crazy. So that's how I got it. And I wouldn't be surprised if the Steelers win this division by 3-4 games, though. I wouldn't be surprised if the Browns are 7-9 in second place. That wouldn't shock me.
That's a massive improvement compared to 0-16. Fuck out of here, boy. That's a
so, Ed, what you got, Ed?
Steelers. Steelers. That's in.
Steelers won.
Yeah. It's just not. It's not even fair anymore. It just makes me sick. But then I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. The Ravens, Cleveland, Cincinnati.
We'll answer that in a minute, Noble. Right after we get finished with all this.
So Ed's got Steelers, Ravens, Cleveland, Cincinnati.
Even though the Ravens offense is, like you said, in disarray, their defense does look pretty damn good. So if they can pull out, like CJ said, the 2000 defense, and then the offense just has to do just enough. And Cincinnati just sucks. So Cincinnati sucks. They just suck from top to bottom. They're just terrible.
All right. Well, then let's move on.
I just gotta, honestly, though, I almost picked the Browns last again because I don't know what they're going to do. There's too many new pieces, too many new parts. They got to gel together. I don't know if Hugh is going to be able to help himself and really stay away from everything and just do his job as the head coach. If he could just do his job as a head coach and let Williams run the defense and let Knucklehead run the offense, who knows?
Okay, next.
It can't get any worse, can it?
No, you're right. You went 0-16. You got nowhere to go but up.
Unless we go 0-16 for the next 5 years in a row.
No, I don't see
Why, if that happened, they need to just take the franchise and default it and then be done.
Exactly. Just take. I'm sorry. Just rename the fucking team at this point.
Well, I already told that. That's their problem. That's their jinx. As far as I'm concerned, it's the Baltimore Browns.
Shit, as far as I'm concerned, it's the fucking. It should take your ass either San Diego or take your ass to San Diego because they deserve.
I believe when I don't want to make this a big long conversation because I want to continue with the predictions, but I believe when Cleveland packed up and left, and they went to Baltimore, where they were going to be, and DOA in the chat room was going to lie out his ass. They were going to be the Baltimore Browns. End of discussion. Shirts were made, caps were made, everything was being sold. My uncle's actually got a Baltimore Browns T-shirt, and then the city of Cleveland said, "No, can't have our name." And then he said, "Okay, can't have the name." And they took their history. Away. And it was like, and here's one thing that irks me the most: when you took the Cleveland Browns history that was with the Baltimore now Ravens and gave it to this new Cleveland Brown franchise, is just stupid to me. It was the biggest disgrace there ever was in the world of football, in my opinion. But the Browns should have got a new franchise because the NFL is not the NFL without a franchise in Cleveland. You got to have a team in Cleveland. But they should have just said, all right, fuck you, Modell. Fuck you and your Browns. Fuck all you. We're going to make a new thing here, and we're going to make the whole world forget the Browns even existed in Cleveland. And it's kind of like the Bambino curse here is the way it feels to me. They need to get out from underneath it.
You think that's even more crazy? Bro, that happened with the Browns, but yet the same shit's happening with the fucking – what is it? With the NBA, I believe it is. NBA, dude. One of the owners right now, they refuse to acknowledge the Seattle Supersonics in their history. Now, if it ever happens, which I believe it will at some point in the future, that the Seattle Supersonics will return, they will not get that history, and it's quite a damn shame.
Off the team, and it's just Sonics.
Exactly.
But I know how Ed feels about all that, and how DOA feels about all that. So, but
I can tell you now, I used to feel one way, but anymore I'm kind of 50-50 now. Because it's just been like it's been awful since they've come back as a Brown. It just hasn't been.
Next.
Like,
Next. I'm about to say we are supposed to talk about predictions here. Like, hate to cut you off there.
So, hell no. This is my show. This is my channel. And I don't have this shit. So if I want to talk nothing but Browns for 5 hours, that's what I'll do.
Or we could talk about how Kamar Egan signed with the Eagles.
I don't give a fuck. He's can't body.
But now,
all right, let's go. Next division.
Get into it. Next division, we're gonna go with the AFC North.
We already talked about it.
Or South, rather. South.
AFC South.
This is actually going to be probably one of the toughest. I'm calling it now.
How?
AFC South.
How's it going to be one of the toughest divisions?
Because, no, for me personally, it's going to be tough because of the amount of talent they have outside of the Colts.
I can break this division down for you real fast. Colts are going to be dead last. End of discussion.
I agree with that.
Oh, easily.
Number 3 is going to be the Texans, led by Deshaun. I wish I was good as everybody hyped me.
All right, you say that.
I do say that, and it's proof. All you gotta do is watch it. You see it. He ain't got nothing to write home about. And
All right.
the Titans are going to be number 2, and the Jaguars are going to be 1. There you
I don't
go.
want medication, damn it.
Medication.
Yeah, you got DOA saying I need medication. Oh, no, I don't need no medication. Continue.
But that's how I look at that. The Jaguars
Yeah.
and Titans are 2. The Texans are going to be 3. Because, like I said, Deshaun Watson's going to get exposed. He's going to get exposed. He's already been exposed. Like I said, all anybody's got to do is go look at his game history from last year. As the season progressed, you saw he started dwindling. He started becoming less and less effective, less and less of a threat, less and less important. And that's how he ended up getting hurt, because teams started beginning to zero in on his ass and know how to deal with him. And they ended up shutting him the fuck down. He's not going to be this what everybody thinks he's going to be. It's just not going to happen. It's just not going to happen.
You want me to go up?
Go ahead, Chris.
Okay. You're right. As you said, Cole's last. Like instant last.
Instant.
Instantaneous last. Third. This is actually, for me personally, it's gonna be hard. Third would probably be. I'm gonna say the Titans actually until they show me otherwise. The Titans
Show you otherwise. A playoff team from last year show you otherwise, huh?
No. They got more to show me. Fuck out of here. The Titans.
Wow.
The Texans and the Jags.
Wow.
I agree with that, Dougie. They got to show him more. They've made it to the playoffs. Where did Houston finish? Oh, yeah, that's right.
Houston, for me personally, has a more potential. They got potential to be better than the Titans to me. That's how I see it. So,
dude, stop watching football and walk away.
No, fuck out of here.
Stop watching football and walk away.
Oh God. Y'all say that? No, y'all say
Oh.
I will stress this until I fucking die. The day that the time that Jadeveon Clowney and JJ Watt ever become healthy, the time that Texas team
ain't gonna happen.
Healthy, I'm just saying, but let me finish. The one season, I don't know when it will be, but the one season that they do become healthy, that JJ Watt becomes what he was in the past, y'all gonna have an issue. Jags ain't gonna have an issue.
Can I ask you a question?
Have an issue.
Let me ask you a question, Chris.
Go ahead.
This is serious.
Good.
What the hell are you smoking? And when you gonna start sharing with the rest of them? Because
I ain't smoking shit.
That is never going to happen.
Yeah,
they're never going to be healthy enough to play together. Not going to happen. And it's been proven. It's been proven. It's not hard to see.
It's bad luck.
It ain't bad luck. They are injury prone, and that's all there is to it.
Fuck out of here. It's bad luck, bruh.
Ain't no. There's no such thing as bad luck.
No, shit. Yeah, all right. Bills is proven to be bad luck.
I don't know. I just like I said. To me, the Titans are going to be better than the Texans simply because I think they have a better offensive line, for one. I think Derrick Henry and Deion Lewis is a perfect combination, and David Fluellen comes in. He's going to be that guy. He's going to mix it up just a little bit more for him. Add in Malcolm Butler. I thought that was a huge piece for them. Yep. Butler and Cyprin in the secondary, along with what's his name, Kevin Bayard and Adoree Jackson. Adoree's really coming into his own. Got Rashad Evans, the inside linebacker, which was a nice selection there. Delaney Walker's going to be that guy, like I said, who they throw to. But Corey Davis, Taywan Taylor, Rashard Matthews, they really got to step it up this year. If those guys really get to the next level, they could contend for the division.
And if they don't?
They're going to settle for second.
Yeah, fuck out of her.
Because I'll tell you right now, I'll take Blaine Gabbert over fucking Deshaun Watson.
We'll see. All right. We gonna see.
Hey, Dougie.
Yeah,
he's another one of those guys that's buying into the hype.
No, I'm not.
All these buying into the hype of how great Watson is, and
I'm not.
No. Go watch the film. The film doesn't lie.
I have, and I'm just telling you based off of potential.
I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you right now, I'm going to make this statement right here and right now.
Go ahead, make it.
When Watts gets hurt again this year, and it's going to happen, he's done. He'll retire and quit football
Okay.
because it ain't going to be worth coming back anymore because he can't stay fucking healthy.
And I'll leave you with this, Chris, because we're going to move on.
Good.
And Clowney is starting to be just as bad.
What? Okay.
He can't
Next.
stay healthy either.
Next.
And it has nothing to do with luck or do with they can't stay healthy. And when you can't stay healthy in the football,
Next.
it's over.
All right.
It is
Next.
over.
Now, before I move on from this division, so we can go to the AFC West, all I'll say to you this, Chris.
Good.
I'm saying what I'm saying about Jackson. I'll give you a moment. What quarterback have I been wrong about? Now, moving on.
Ooh.
AFC West.
What quarterback you been wrong about? For
AFC
this division
West.
in particular?
Now, here's what I want you both to do. We're going to the AFC West, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I want you both to pull out a pen, sheet of paper. I want you to write all 4 names down, rip them off that piece of paper, fold them up, throw them in a hat, shake that bitch up, and just start pulling. Because you could honestly do that with this division. You really could. I don't care which team is of these 4 you pick for one. There's a case. I don't care which one of these 4 teams you pick for last. There's a case. So, since this is my division, I'll go last. Y'all have some fun with it.
Go ahead, Chris.
Which quarterback you was wrong about? Okay.
Yeah, which quarterback have I been wrong about? Now, here you go.
He's never. Since I've known him, he's never been wrong about any quarterback.
AFC West, what you got? Who winning? Who's second all the way to the last? Who we got?
Well,
Shake it up.
I gotta say, the Chiefs is one.
With
That's
Patrick
one.
Mahomes at quarterback?
Yes, they're a more talented team. Even with him there, they're a more talented team. I can't see the fucking Raiders beating them. Personally, hell no.
Patrick fucking Mahomes.
Oh yeah, all right.
Somebody
See if we
better
want
call
to.
my mama.
If we want to, Chiefs are one.
Fucking hilarious. But go ahead.
Raiders going to have to be 2 by default. Fuck that.
He said by default.
By
Which means
default,
he's got the Chiefs in a runaway. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I take that back. Not the Chiefs. I'm sorry, not the Chiefs. Not the Raiders. The Chargers at 2. The Raiders at 3 by default, and the Broncos at 4.
Okay. Ed, who you got?
Oh, I'm gonna go Raiders, Chiefs, Chargers, Broncos.
Are you wrong about Blake Bortles, by the way? Or am I wrong?
Am I wrong about Blake Bortles? Blake Bortles had one good season. Let's see what he does.
Okay.
If he can do it again, if he can do it again, I might be able to add him to my list of, oh, fuck, I got one wrong.
Oh, shit. Who else? Case Keenum?
Really? What
I
the fuck I ever say about
had
Case
to
Keenum?
try.
Anyway,
Oh,
here's what I got for this division.
You got wrong.
I'm going to put the Chargers 1. I am going to put the Chargers 1.
Good.
I'm putting my Raiders 2.
Wait, what?
I got the Raiders 2.
Yo, what the fuck? Continue. Sleeping on.
I got Denver 3 and Kansas City 4.
Mm.
Now, that's why
Kansas City 4.
Yeah, I do.
Kansas
here's
City
why.
4.
Because I know you picked Kansas City 1, so I'll break it down for you why I have Kansas City 4.
You have to explain this.
And Patrick Mahomes proved in college he was a big arm quarterback that was semi-athlete. He doesn't live by his athletic ability. He will throw the football. So he's not like a Lamar Jackson.
Okay.
He will throw the football. That's what gives him a little bit of okay in favor of him. But he's not that type of level quarterback. Any other draft, he's not a first-round pick. Let's put it that way. Teams were desperate for quarterbacks. They had to go get one. He was the next guy in line. He goes down. Chad Henne's your backup. Fuck off, Chad Henne. Then you got Matt McGloin. Oh, boy. Your quarterback depth is about as good as a fucking hemorrhoid. Now, you look at their offensive line. I like Eric Fisher. Okay? Cameron Irvin's going to back him up, and I like him at tackle. Enger, don't even give a fuck about no Parker Enger, whatever. Mitch Morsey, what the fuck ever. what the fuck? How do you say his name? Laurent Duvernay Tardif. Is that how you say his fucking name? Fuck him. Fuck him. My grandmother's a better lineman than him.
Oof.
And then they just picked up Mitchell Schwartz to play right tackle. Ed's a Browns fan. Mitchell Schwartz was their weak fucking link.
Yep.
And now he's now with Kansas City. So their offensive line as a whole, fuck off. Then their running game, Kareem Hunt, who I was completely 100% correct about, is the fucking man. Spencer Ware, Chandrick West, they're going to be okay behind them. They ended up adding Damian Williams, who I wouldn't be surprised he makes some noise with that defense. Added Kerwin Williams. They're completely loaded at running back, so they're going to be fine there. But
Andy Reid.
Now, you got Travis Kelce, who is another guy who you can step back and say, well, that's the best tight end in the league outside of Gronk, and I'm going to be good with it. So he's their guy. But now let's take a look at their wide receivers.
Tyreek Hill, 1.
Tyreek Hill is not a fucking wide receiver. He's a goddamn return man.
Yeah, he's a specialist. He's a specialist.
He is not a
Legit.
wide receiver. He's a fucking return guy, and that's what the fuck he is. And the only way he's effective, wide receiver screen, now run, motherfucker.
Or
Okay.
go route. Go route.
You know, it's just that's if he can catch the fucking ball. You know, then you got Sammy. I don't know how it feels to be healthy Watkins. Completely a fucking overrated bum. Completely overpaid. Has no business being a starting wide receiver in this league. Period.
He
And
got
then-
paid
Okay.
more than
Stupid.
some
Stupid money. Stupid money by a stupid fucking team. Then you got Chris Conley, because they're going to go 3 wide receiver sets. Chris Conley, motherfucker, is
I
their
like
next
Chris
wide
Conley.
receiver.
I like
Oh,
Chris Conley too, and it's sad for how far he fell off.
Chris Conley. Chris fucking Conley. So you got Sammy Watkins, Chris Conley, and Tyreek Hill. Goddamn, I can go in the kitchen right now, pull out my ranch dressing, my ketchup, and my fucking barbecue sauce, and those motherfuckers are putting up more yards than these 3 bastards.
Stop it!
Oh God!
That's just it.
He said, "Oh, ranch dressing, ketchup, and barbecue sauce."
Barbecue sauce. No.
They putting up more yards than these guys.
I mean, freaking for real. That is horrifying. And now don't even let me get started on the defense. Chris Jones and Allen Bailey are your ends. Chris Jones and Allen Bailey with Xavier Williams in the middle. You have an average line. Justin Houston, I loved him, but he's getting old. Anthony Hitchens, Reggie Ragland, I love Reggie Ragland. I'll give him some love. And D Ford, I'm going to give him some love. But your corners, Steven Nelson and Keith Razier.
You want to know what?
No. Steven Nelson and Keith Razier are the corners. You ask an NFL fan, who are these guys? He'll be like, what? Who that again? Who you got? And then you're like, oh, by the way, Leon McQuaid, the third's out there too. Who the fuck? All right. Well, we also still have Eric Berry. Oh yeah, I know him. I know Eric Berry. So you know 1 of 4 in the secondary. Motherfuckers will know Dustin Colquitt, who's the punter, quicker than their safeties, quicker than their corner. Okay.
This is true.
This team is horrendous. Horrendous. I don't even see how anyone picks them to even finish 4th, let alone 3rd, 2nd, or 1st, because they should just be said, oh, you're going to finish 5th, and it don't even fucking exist. Oh, let's not forget they did pick up David Amerson to play corner, who I know all about, and he can suck a fucking dick because he was our worst corner for eons.
Wait a minute. I need to ask this. Didn't they? I don't know if it ever was confirmed or not. Didn't they get that dude from Washington? Didn't they get Rashad Breeland? I think that's his name.
No.
Didn't they get him?
No.
They didn't get him?
No.
Is he's still a free agent?
If you want their depth at corner, it's Keith Razier, okay, and Steven Nelson are the starters. David Amerson is going to play backup with Will Redmond. Then they got Tremon Smith, Armani Watts, and Jordan Stearns, and I think that's it. Now you tell me one thing you know about any of them motherfuckers.
Honestly, I don't know shit.
You don't know if they white, black, Hispanic, fucking Chinese, Japanese, Vietnamese, or Russian. You don't know shit about any of them. Don't know shit about none of them motherfuckers.
You?
Oh my goodness.
Not really. That
Oh my
team is
God.
this fucking team can't even win a fucking SEC. Fuck off.
Oh, please.
Oh my
Don't even talk about that conference, please. Please don't.
Oh God.
Now, I'm done. I'm off my horse. I'm
All right, move on to the next.
And you
move on
think
to
the
next
Raiders is going to come in first, right? The Raiders are just as like I'm not gonna say they're just as bad, but they're bad too. If
They're
the
bad,
Chiefs
too.
are how you put it like that, the whole fucking division is bad.
I just said that. That team is, that's what I said. Shake it up, pull a name, and tell me what you got, and we can't argue about it. But if you want to ask me about my Raiders, I'll just give you the quick 1-1. Raiders offensive line as a whole. If Colt Miller can fucking play at right tackle, we're still going to have one of the top 5 offensive linemen in football. Unarguable. It can't be argued. That's fact. Jared Cook, Lee Smith, Derek Carrier, one of the top depths at tight end in the league. Period. Derek Carr, hope you can stay healthy, because if not, suck a dick. Marshawn Lynch.
He's just here. He's just here until
He's just playing so he don't get. He's just plays so he don't get fined at this point.
basically.
You know,
I
and,
mean,
then you got the muscle hamster, who I think can be legit, but it's just like, you know, when you gonna get your head out of your ass? Jalen Richard, DeAndre Washington are complementary pieces. They picked up Chris Warren to have some depth. They got, to me, the best fullback in football, in Keith Smith. They just picked him up from Dallas. I think he's the best fullback in football. I said that before he became a Raider, so don't get it twisted. Now, Jordy Nelson, can he stay healthy? We'll see. Martavius Bryant, can he stay clean? We'll see.
stay off the weed.
Amari Cooper, can he catch? We will see.
I'll say
Now, you got those 3 guys doing what they do. Then you got Johnny Holton and whatever. Seth Roberts. I just wish Seth Roberts would go away by now. Then you got Ryan Switzer. He's just a fucking return man. That's what he is. Marcel Aitman.
Yo, hold on for a minute.
I love Marcel Aitman, but fuck off.
Yo, hold on for a minute.
What's
I
up?
forgot. First off, I forgot y'all had Ryan Switzer. This the same motherfucker that I remember. A guy set up there, made a YouTube video last year. And he said that Ryan Switzer was going to win Rookie of the Year, and his ass is over there in Dallas. How the fuck do you feel now, dog?
Wow.
You dumb motherfucker. This is why I would not be able to hold a conversation with Cowboys fans, dog.
Oh, and
I can't.
And don't forget, while we traded for Ryan Switzer, who's a return man, we went and ended up signing Griff Whalen, who's apparently a return man as well. Whatever. Now, back to my offensive line. We got David Sharp, Denver Kirkland, Brandon Parker, who we just got in the draft, Giacomi, Valdir Alexander, John Veliciano. These are linemen who legitimately could start for other teams. That's why I love our offensive line. Connor Cook, EJ Manuel backups. Okay. Defensive line. Mario Edwards, I wish your ass could stay healthy. Khalil Mack, best defensive player in football. Eddie Vanderdoes, Justin Ellis. I like Justin, but he's not consistent. Eddie Vanderdoes, he's like a fucking radio. He's either on or off. That's why Arden Key, PJ Hall, Maurice Hurst. I'm hoping these 3 guys pan out. All 3 rookies.
Bro, I tell you what, if
we got to rely on rookies, oh, fuck us.
If Maurice Hurst pans out, that's going to probably be the biggest deal in the draft.
Like I said,
by far.
You looked at the original draft charts that came out from most so-called experts, whatever makes them experts, I don't fucking know. Most of the original ones had Arden Key and Maurice Hurst both going in the top 10 overall picks. Several had both going in the top 5. The Raiders got Key in the 3rd and Hurst in the 5th. So if they pan out, and PJ Hall is a legit late first, early second round pick, so he's legit. Now, Bruce Irvin, whatever at linebacker. I've never been sold on Bruce. Tahir Whitehead, he's decent out of Detroit, but he's nothing great. You got Emmanuel Lemur, who, what the fuck ever. I'm really like, okay, whatever. Jaron Conley, did he find his shins yet? I don't fucking know.
He sued that bitch too, and I don't blame him for that.
Yeah.
It cost him fucking money and endorsements.
Right. You got Rashawn Melvin, who's quality, nothing exciting. Then you got Carl Joseph, who I really like, and Obi Melifonwu, who I'm high on. Marcus Gilchrist and Reggie Nelson at free safety. And then our nickelback is either going to be Leon, I'm 197-year-old Hall, or Daryl Worley. But the point is, on paper, this team should blow out a Kansas City Chiefs team. That's on paper. That's why I said again, put all their names in the hat, shake it the hell up. You can make an argument for all four of them.
I cannot make an argument for the Broncos for the life of me. I'm sorry.
It's because they got a quality defense. Their defense is probably going to end up being top 5 in the league.
And that's it. It's their defense. But then you saw what happens when you have an offense.
DOA is still in the chat. DOA is still in the chat. Let's talk about when the Ravens won the Super Bowl when they had fucking Dilbert quarterback. There was 32 teams in the league, and the Ravens' offense was 34th. So defense can do it.
Yeah, defense can do it. And yes, there's that. And yes, I will give you the one. I will give you this recent Super Bowl with the Broncos and the Panthers. But here's the thing. Though. They don't have that same team. Right. Nobody has that kind of team. You have to be legit stacked. Seahawks, Broncos level.
Just had to throw that out there. All right, I'm moving on.
Sorry.
I'm moving on. And Chris, you get to comment last on this one because we're going to go with the NFC East. Ed, where you at?
Damn, we're gonna skip the NFC South and NFC North altogether, are we?
No, we're gonna go in the same order. We started with the AFC East, now we're on the NFC side, so we're gonna go with the NFC East.
All right, go ahead.
Hey, where you going?
Oh, Eagles will win that division. It's not even close.
Yeah, they might be the only team with a winning record.
Yeah, and then in the next three, it's like same I don't even know where to go with the next because they're all the next three have so many questions and so many. It's like, ugh. So where do I go?
Well, make it easier for yourself. Who's gonna go last?
That's hard.
You know what? I'm gonna go Philly, New York, Dallas, Washington.
What? Oh, wow. Dang. Washington's still coming in last despite picking up Alex Smith. All right, how about you, Doug?
Well, I'm going to Eagles for sure. And Washington was very competitive with Cousins. And now they got what I think is a better quarterback than Alex Smith because he's a guy that's not going to lose a game for you. So I can see Washington going second. So that's what I got them going. I'm going to put the Giants fourth just because I think they got too many questions, too many headaches, too many off-field bullshits. And Dallas is going to go 3 because, with Whack Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott, I said Elliott. Yes. I'm not impressed. I think they're too overhyped players. I think they're too overrated players. There it is. Philadelphia, Washington, Dallas, New York.
You know what's crazy? Mm-hmm. And this isn't even far-fetched. I could just see it like this. Obviously, going up the Eagles at 1, I'm not even that mean. They could easily scratch that off. Ain't nobody in the East going to stop the Eagles. So, I can see the Giants coming in. I can see the Redskins coming in third. I can see Dallas coming in last. Fuck out of here, man. If there's anybody in the NFC East that's least talented, in my personal opinion, it's fucking Cowboys. And here's why I say that. Because you got Zeke, or you got that. You got Zeke, you got the line. Can that line stay healthy? Can Zeke stop getting suspended? Can those wide receivers show that they can replace Dez Bryant? Can that tight end group show that they can actually, put in work despite not having Jason Witten anymore? I don't know. We don't know. Defense? Do I even need to talk about their defense? This is why I got them at last. The fucking Redskins and Giants got better defense than them. Fuck out of here. That defense gets shredded, dude. You know your defense is bad when it takes one linebacker getting hurt. All of a sudden, everybody fucking crumbles. They had to get another linebacker that's I guess in their way almost like Sean Lee, but at the middle line, I guess strictly middle linebacker spot. I don't know if he plays all 3 linebacker positions or what, but that's bad when one guy goes down, your whole defense crumbles. Like how it is with Tyron Smith. One guy goes down, your whole offensive line, all of a sudden, they can't guard shit. That's why I got them at last. Because it's gonna eventually come a point where Sean Lee's gonna get hurt again. Name me a time where Sean Lee actually got fucking healthy. And then they got the nerve, talking about Madden in this case, and then they got the nerve to sit up there and give that man 96 overall. Are you fucking kidding me? What? I mean, like, look, can't put it any better than that. Dallas will come at last. The rest of the two, I don't even give a fuck because y'all not stopping me either. End it right there. Next division.
Alrighty. I just had to channel my inner Ethan Moore with it. Alrighty. Man, we were a little excited there. But okay. NFC. The NFC North.
That's hard in itself because the whole fucking North actually looks good. They actually look good outside of the Lions. That's the sad part. If I had to go, who I think gonna go first? Depending on Aaron Rodgers, I'm gonna say Packers first. Then the Vikings second. Then the Bears third. Because we have yet to see what they can do despite them coming in with new pieces, and then the Lions fourth.
Mm-hmm.
But if Aaron Rodgers fuck around, gets hurt again, is gonna go to the Vikings again. So Vikings fans, they already know. The reason why he's still mad about the Eagles because they know damn well that if Aaron Rodgers is healthy, he's gonna light them the hell up. So they better pray that he gets hurt again somehow. So, and I don't even see that coming.
Yeah.
Literally, Aaron Rodgers himself carries the fucking division. Not even just the Packers.
Well, damn.
You dethrone him, you win the division.
All right. What you got, Ed?
All right. Vikings are winning that division.
Okay, you think they're gonna dethrone them? I can't wait. I can't wait.
All right. So you got the Vikings one. Who you got two?
Vikings went where last year?
NFC Championship game, but yet they got waxed.
I don't give a shit that they got waxed, dumbass. Listen, you talked your shit about your Eagles. Now we're talking somewhere else here. They went with who? Who was their quarterback?
Mm-hmm.
What? Case Keenum?
Who's the quarterback now?
Kirk Cousins?
Cousins is far above Case Keenum. And they got that and they got all bullshit stats to prove it.
Right. But you think they go top Aaron Rodgers?
They got that entire team back, pretty much. Everybody's back. They got a better quarterback. Enough said. Like you said, Aaron Rodgers is basically the only thing they have.
Yeah, I'll give you that. But
when he's on, he's good. But he's not going to be good enough to beat that Vikings team.
But that leads to my point, It's like, that's literally what I'm saying. The Packers been doing this for years. This shit ain't new. The Packers always have not even that good of an offense. The Packers always had a not so good team.
And the Vikings have now proved how good they are.
Okay.
You can't argue that question.
But can they prove that with a fully healthy Aaron Rodgers? I think
they will.
I want to see a game with the Vikings and the Packers where Aaron Rodgers is not hurt, and then I want to see what will happen. I'm telling you, if Aaron Rodgers dots them up, what I just said is still going to be confirmed. Aaron Rodgers could have a shitty team and still win that division. That's how talented that division.
Not anymore. I think that's going to change.
Okay. Oh, we're going to find out.
We're going Vikings, Packers, Lions, Bears.
All right, we're going to find out. Look, Packers fans, they know this.
Dude.
They know this.
You can talk until you're blue in your face. I don't care. I've been watching football for 40 fucking years. I don't give a shit.
Here's what I got.
I'm telling you. The Vikings are a better team.
Here's what I got for
you. They're a better team, but they got to get past Aaron Rodgers, dog.
Here's what I'm going to put to you. Here's how I'm going to word this. Okay? The Vikings took over last season, and they were able to capitalize clearly on the Packers having a down season due to Rodgers being hurt. We know this. regardless of how good either team is. Said now, because of this, the Vikings are going to be the favorites to win the North. Okay, this is a division with some decent quarterbacks, quality running backs, whatever. The one thing that sets the Vikings apart has nothing to do with Aaron Rodgers or Case Keenum or now Kirk Cousins. We're forgetting that the number 1 ranked team in the league last year on defense was Minnesota.
Hell yeah, and they got everybody back.
Okay, now, as dominant as the Packers have been the past years or whatever, we got to understand, once Rodgers went down last season, that team got exposed. The Packers realized Rodgers was able to cover up a lot of flaws on that team, and they had to solve some shit to contend once again. So Green Bay went out. They added talent in the secondary to the draft, and they finally, in my opinion, and we don't know if he's old or not, we'll find out, they gave Rodgers an elite tight end in Jimmy Graham. Okay? They did this.
He ain't done shit. It's left Seattle.
But my point is, he was still a legit tight end, and we know Seattle don't use the tight ends right, in my opinion. Now, the Detroit Lions are usually a team that seems to beat themselves when it matters the most. They've been in the playoff hunt every year and then find a way to play themselves out of it all the time.
I agree with that.
Now they got Matt Patricia, and I know if that was my name, I'd get it changed. But
a female name.
He comes over from, obviously, New England, and he's looking to bring the trends that they used in New England here. Okay, yep. Detroit has talent on their roster legitimately to be better than the Packers. But there's always a but with Detroit. They clearly ain't going to live up to any of those expectations forever because they are the Detroit Lions until Matt Patricia can change the culture, and it's going to take more than an individual season. Okay, now, the Bears clearly laid a foundation last year to be a successful team moving forward. Now, their success is going to center around whether Trubisky can make a leap in the next season. Okay, now he has a lot of young receivers to throw to. They just added Allen Robinson. The defense is young, but it's talented. If Trubisky can play significantly better this year, they could steal a couple games and move up in the standings. But because they're raw and young, I still can't see them being better than the Lions. And as I stated, that defense makes all the world of difference to me. So I got Vikings, Packers, Lions, Bears.
That's exactly what I said.
And
so
and you see D-Train says they got Dalvin Cook and he'll be back healthy. I think their better running back is Latavius Murray anyway. So Dalvin Cook coming back to me is just a complimentary piece. So, I mean, it ain't like it's a negative. So that's cool. Now, moving on. How about that there NFC South?
I'm sorry. That's the toughest division in football today.
I think anybody can win that damn division.
Outside of the Bucs, that's the toughest division.
Well, I can break it down for you really, really quick.
And I'm tired of trying to give the Bucs fucking hope. I want to see
the Buccaneers. The Buccaneers are going to finish fourth because once again the Fitzpatrick curse strikes again. Okay, so we saw what happened to Jameis Winston. So the Bucs are fourth. The Panthers are clearly going to be third. Okay, they've added pieces here, this, here, that. They constantly add things to get better and that to get better. Okay, now we need this and need that, but they're forgetting the one key piece. They need a quarterback. That's right. The Panthers need a quarterback because Cam Newton ain't shit. Now, the Falcons are going to be second because they're dealing with too many off-field distractions. Contract here, contract there, this, that, and all that, blah, blah.
Everybody signed. Everybody signed now.
Okay. Yeah, well, the contract debate's still there with Julio. Trust me.
No, he signed. He restructured his contract. It's done. Taken care of.
Right. It's one of those. He's got one of those. Here, take care of me now to shut me up,
bruh.
But guess what? Over the team, but guess what? I want more later. I can see it coming. He's turned into a Madonna.
Well, that's what they're doing. They're giving him. They're going to give him. They've restructured the contract. He's happy. They're going to move on.
Right. But I can see him being a prima donna about it. Is all I'm saying. Just it was going to cause more problems later. I just feel it. Maybe I'm wrong. We'll see. Now. You've got the Saints, who I'm picking to win this division despite their quarterback being 109 years old.
Shit, that don't mean none of Drew Brees.
Now, the New Orleans defense is very young last year. Now they've matured. Breeze is at the helm. That running back competition that everybody thought they were going to have turned into a tandem, and it should be even better this year than it was last year. Okay. So, I mean, when I really look at the Saints, I mean, I want to go away. I want to go away from the running game because it's going to speak for itself. Go away from the running game, it speaks for itself. You know, Michael Thomas, Ted Ginn, Austin Carr. That's going to be their starting guys at receiver. To me, that's even better than what Kansas City has because Michael Thomas is completely underrated. Ted Ginn, although I look at him as a return man, but they ended up adding Traquan Smith, and he's going to be talented. I like the offensive line. Ever since they added Max Unger from Seattle, their offensive line has played way better. Now, Josh Hill, Benjamin Watson, I love that combination. Tom Savage, whatever. You know, he's the guy to back up Breeze. I don't think they're going to need him. Now, they added Shane Vereen. That's another thing people forget. If Alvin Kamara and Mark Ingram need a breather, and then the next one needs a breather, Shane Vereen's quality. He's nothing great. He's quality. But here's what I look at. Defense. Jordan Cameron and Sheldon Rankins are at the end. But these motherfuckers added Marcus motherfucking Davenport. Holy hell.
Y'all gonna have problems.
Latrell Jamerson, Cameron Moore at the corners. You know, these guys added some quality. They added some quality. They got Demario Davis from the Jets. They fixed their defense for the most part. There's still some spots where it's like, what are they going to do? What are they going to do? We'll see. You know, I like Von Bell, Marcus Williams, and we'll see. You know, but I just like this. I just like this team as a whole on paper. I just think it's the Saints division to lose. Falcons, I think, are going to be a clear number 2. And I just don't think anybody can be as horrible as the Buccaneers. I thought we had some thrown out there.
Ed?
All right.
Chris who?
You late. I've been saw that.
He said, Chris who?
I've been saw that, but go ahead.
Yeah, I'm not in the chat. I keep going back to it.
I'm going with the Falcons. Falcons are going to win that division. Then it's going to be the Saints. And then the Panthers, and then the Bucks. Because I love freaking Matty Ice. Matty Ice is the man.
Matty Ice.
See, I'm gonna say that the Saints, they're gonna come in first. The Panthers are going to go in second. The Falcons are gonna go in third. The Bucks are gonna go in fourth.
Right. Repeat that again.
The Saints first.
Okay.
The Panthers second.
Okay.
The Falcons third.
Falcons. Bucks.
Bucks fourth.
Alrighty.
Okay.
That's how tough this division is.
I don't see how the Panthers do better than the Falcons because, like Doug said, Cam Newton sucks.
Even though he sucks, but even though, yeah, you're right, he does suck, but he has the weapons around him. Don't sleep on DJ Moore. I'm telling you, that man's a fucking beast.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what he's got because he can't do anything with it. That's the problem. Cam Newton sucks. He's terrible.
Him and McCaffrey in the passing game, y'all gonna have problems.
Okay.
This is my opinion. I like the Falcons, but here's the thing that's holding the Falcons back. Here's the thing that's holding the Falcons back. It's their fucking coaching. That's it. That's the one big issue I have with them is their coaching. If their coaching cannot get shit together, if they cannot call the right plays, they're gonna shoot themselves in the foot. It wouldn't be the Panthers. It will be the Panthers some bit of the time, but it would be the Falcons more often than not. So, you know, if they get their coaching together, then I'll say the Falcons at 2.
Okay. All right.
They have that potential, but look, you got the potential and still fuck up because of coaching.
Now, the last division is the NFC West. Before we get into this division, I will make this statement. This division has the Rookie of the Year. Just saying. Now, I'll explain who that is when I get into my picks. Who wants to take this one first?
Go ahead, Chris.
Rams first until further notice. I'll go fuck who you are. Rams first. Shit. The Rams first. San Francisco second. Seattle third. Arizona fourth. Actually, no. I'll take that back. Arizona third. Arizona third. Seattle fourth. That's how bad Seattle is. Fuck that. Arizona, at least if all their guys are around, they could sneak in and take third.
Okay.
All right, Dougie, go ahead.
Now I'm going last because I'm going to bust out with my rookie of the year pick.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna go nuts here.
Good.
49ers win that division.
Oh, that's interesting.
49.
Why you say
49ers.
that? Why you say that? Hold up, fam.
49ers.
Whoa,
got Chris all excited.
49ers.
I
Hey, yo, clip that.
I have a feeling.
I have a feeling.
It's time for them to get back to where they once used to be. I think they have the quarterback that can do it now. So we're going to see what he's made of. Now that it's his team, he can do what he wants. He doesn't have to stand in the shadow of a jackass that wanted him out of town. So, yeah. I'm going to go.
Niners take the division over the Rams. I got to hear this.
Rams second.
Why?
They're good, but I think they're overhyped.
Nah, man.
I think everybody's.
I tell you what.
Everybody's buying into. Oh, they got this guy. They got that guy. They got this guy.
It's why they have those guys. It's why I said they better go in first because the Rams look like they're trying to get on a Super Bowl run with these guys because they know damn well they can't sign everybody back. They're having issues right now trying to figure out, what we going to do with Aaron Donald after they just gave Brandon Cooks money, even though he hadn't played snap over there yet, and they gave Todd Gurley money. And you know they got to give Goff money. You know they got to give Donald
and where's Aaron Donald at right now?
That's what I'm like, y'all motherfuckers better win a Super Bowl. Because y'all know they're not
where's Aaron Donald at right now?
Donald's not in training camp. He's waiting to get that money. I don't play.
He's sitting at home. They ain't paying him. If they really wanted him that bad, they would have paid him already.
And they should have paid him. They should pay him. I'll tell you what, that's their defense.
Arizona will finish third. Seattle will finish last. Because Seattle's defense has done fallen apart. They don't have shit. They got guys holding out, guys wanting traded, guys wanting it's a shit show in Seattle right now. So there you go. 49ers, Rams, Cardinals, Seahawks.
Go ahead. You're not the only one that said 49ers, but Ethan Moore said 49ers, so that's very interesting why y'all went with 49ers. But yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead, Dougie.
I was entertained by all that.
I'm dead serious. Rams better win that fucking division. You got bringing all those pieces, making all those trades.
I'll say this: the last team in the division is going to be Arizona. I got Arizona going fourth. Arizona's going fourth, and the reason why is because Josh Rosen's going to be the most NFL-ready quarterback in the draft. He's going to start before week 5, whether it be because Bradford falls on his face or Bradford, like RG3, gets hurt by a gust of wind. He'll have his typical rookie struggles, and he's going to benefit from this in year 2. So Arizona will not finish last next year, no matter what happens to any of the other 3 teams or their own going into next season. But this is this season. So they go fourth. So now I got to ask myself, I got to look at these 3 teams, the Rams, the 49ers, and the Seahawks. Who do I put 1, 2, 3? So to look at what Chris said, why he picked the Rams. When I look at the Rams, I look at Brandon Cooks. To me, he's an overhyped receiver, but good. Robert Woods to me is a below average quarterback or wide receiver, and then Cooper Kupp's just now starting to come into his own. And Ed will tell you I talked up Cooper Kupp the whole time he was a rookie, and
Yes,
before
he
he
did.
even got in the league. So he's turning into what I expected him to, but he's still not there yet. Now they ended up adding Andrew Whitworth on the line, who I like. Roger Saffold, I think, is a complete fucking bum. John Sullivan, I think he's all right. Jamin Brown, I don't give a shit about. And Rob Haverstein, I don't give a shit about either. Therefore, I like one guy on their offensive line. One I wouldn't mind having for some depth, and the other three you can kiss off. Therefore, their offensive line is now. That's where a guy like Todd Gurley gets love and respect from me because he actually makes himself look like a stud behind some shit. Unlike Ezekiel Elliott, who's as good as he is because of the guys in front of him. Just pointing that out. Now, tight end, you got Tyler Higbee as your starting tight end. Tyler Higbee.
That's not good.
Okay. You got Jared Goff as your quarterback, who finally had a good season. He's been, what are you doing until last year? And how many times have we seen a quarterback, what are you doing? Then all of a sudden, lights it up, and then the next year it's right back to what the fuck you doing? Could he fall into that? We won't know until it happens. But it makes me go, gotta red flag that just a little bit. Okay, now you got Sean McVay, who's the coach. He was able to come in with nobody knowing shit and was able to take the league by storm. Now people are going to know what he's about. Plus, the Rams are one of those few teams, and hell, they might be the only team that has an offensive coordinator for the running game and an offensive coordinator for the passing game. Because people don't realize Aaron Cromer's the run game offensive coordinator and Shane Waldron's the passing game coordinator, which is fucking weird.
I agree. That's kind of strange.
Hey,
Wade-
if it works, it works.
Right. Wade Phillips, I've never been a fan of his, and he's the defensive coordinator. So we'll talk about the defense. Michael Brockers, and Dominican Sue, I'm going to say and I'll explain why in a minute. Aaron
Not the
Donald.
same.
Okay, Aaron Donald, I'm all right with Aaron Donald. Mike LaGracie, okay, whatever, linebacker. Samson Ubakum, fuck off. Bryce Hager, fuck off. Mark Barron, you're average. Marcus Peterson, you're a fucking head case. John Johnson, who the fuck are you? LaMarcus Joyner, you're all right. Aqib Talib, you're a fucking head case. And Nikel Rogmi Coleman. Most people are like, who the hell are you? Okay, he's going to be the nickelback. So
He did all right.
now you got Ndamukong Suh. Everybody's like, oh my God,
Ndamukong Suh is going to make Aaron Donald so much better.
no, he's not. He's not going to. Ndamukong Suh was surrounded by talent on the defensive line when he was in Detroit. When he went to Miami, he got exposed to what he really was. That's why he ain't been shit since. Because he's got Donald next to him. It's the opposite. Donald will make him better, and he still ain't going to be worth a damn. Just pointing that out. So their defense on paper is nothing to write home about because you got Marcus Peters, you got Aqib Talib, and Ndamukong Suh. 3 guys that are at any second 15 yards away from costing you a game. At any moment, any one of those 3 guys can call a flag. And if the NFL would allow it, I wouldn't be surprised if all 3 get flagged on the same play, and that's 45 yards worth of penalties. They enforce them all. And I'm going to call it now. This team will be in some games where they can win. All they got to do is get the defense to shut them down. One of these dumbasses is going to blow it, catch a 15, and give the other team an opportunity to win, and they're going to get the victory. It's going to happen at least twice, and that's how they might lose in the playoffs if they get there. So that's my thoughts on the Rams before I give you my prediction. Now, going to the 49ers. Okay, I don't want to go too in-depth, but you got Pierre Garçon, Marcus Godwin, and Trent Taylor. Nothing to write home about a wide receiver. You really don't. Joe Staley, I like. Laken Tomlinson, I like. Weston Richburg, who I like. Josh Garnett, whatever. And Mike McGlinchey was regarded as the best tackle in the draft. Hasn't played it down yet, so we can't talk about him. But all in all, offensive line, not too bad. George Kittle's your tight end. Okay. Then, here's my big thing. You've got Matt Breida at the backup running back, and your starting running back is going to be Jerick McKinnon. Jerick McKinnon had numerous opportunities in Minnesota to prove he could be the guy and never did. He had some games, but he never proved he could be the guy. So there you got a team that's got, in my opinion, a quality offensive line, Jimmy Garoppolo played 5 to 6 games, won them all, but his numbers aren't jump off the charts. And I'm a big Jimmy Garoppolo fan. I said he's going to be a stud in this league. He was getting his feet wet with that team last year, so he should be better now. Still undefeated, though. Let's think of that. Went undefeated, getting his feet wet. Now he's ready to go. We'll see. So, and you don't have a running game to speak of. That's going to be a problem. He's going to have question marks to throw to and a no running game. So he's going to have to carry that team. It's going to go through Jimmy G. Defensively, Eric Armstead and Solomon Thomas at the end. I like it. DeForest Buckner, Earl Mitchell. I'm not too big on Mitchell, but I like Buckner, whatever. Eli Harold. Rubin, I don't know if I'm going to be eligible Foster because I'm always smoking weed. Malcolm Smith, they got from the Raiders.
He's suspended the first 2 games.
Right. And he'll come back for one and get suspended again. That's just how he is. Now they got Akello Witherspoon, Jimmy Ward, and Richard Sherman at corner. Richard Sherman's not going to be the same Richard Sherman he's been. He's going to get exposed from time to time, and he's already been exposed in his career. So it's not like you're going to get overexcitement with him. Then you got Jaquiski Tarek and Adrian Colbert at safety. Who? Nothing exciting there either. Their secondary to me is very suspect. I love the front 7 as long as everybody does what they need to do to stay on the team. So on paper, I love the 49ers offensive line and defense as a whole better than the Rams. But I love the Rams running game, and I will take the Rams wide receivers, even though both are shitty, over the 49ers. So it's almost a push. So now let's go to Seattle. Let's go to Seattle.
Oh, Lord.
This is fun with Seattle. Okay. Brandon, I'm a 187-year-old Marshall, Tyler Lockett, and Doug Baldwin. I don't give a shit about Brandon Marshall. Tyler Lockett and Doug Baldwin have chemistry with Russell Wilson. They do. They have Nick Vannett at tight end and Ed Dixon. So, okay, whatever. Their offensive line has been, oh, God, forever. Now, this year, they went and picked up Dwayne Brown from Houston and DJ Fluker from the Giants. That's fixing the offensive line, but it still ain't great because you got Jermaine Afidi, Justin Britt, and Ethan Posick. Oh, boy, your offensive line's bad, even though you got a couple pieces. Now, you are going to probably have Chris Carson, Mike Davis, CJ Procise. You picked up Rashad Penny. These are your running backs. All right, whatever. Moving on. Defensive line. Frank Clark and Rasheem Green. Who's going to start? Rasheem Green. He was a third-round pick. He's going to start it right in. I'm calling it now. Nazir Jones and Jerron Reed. Not a defensive line to speak of at all.
That's why I said, who the fuck are you?
Now you got KJ Wright, Bobby Wagner, and Mingo.
Okay.
Arkevius Mingo. Linebackers. Bobby Wagner's going to be a beast. I don't know about KJ Wright or Mingo, but whatever.
Mingo's a cast off from the Browns.
Right. Who they picked up from Indianapolis. So he's been all over the place.
Yep.
Now they got Nico Thorpe at corner, Shaquille Griffin at corner, and Justin Coleman's going to play the nickel. I like their corners. I was a big Nico Thorpe fan when he was with the Raiders. And I just thought they just needed to really tap into his ability and make him right, and they just didn't. So, whatever. Now, they ended up going out and getting Shaquem Griffin, by the way, also at linebacker. Don't be surprised he don't start by the end of the season. Freaking beast. Now, so you're going to have Griffin out there. That's the reason why I thought of Shaquem, because I just said Shaquille at corner. You got Mo Alexander and Akeem King at safety. You know, but Byron Maxwell is going to back up Nico Thorpe. That's how good Nico is going to be.
He's a fucking bum.
Okay. So.
No effort ass.
So when you break down, oh, and let's not forget the Seattle Seahawks starting kicker who be Sebastian Janikowski. Just had to throw that Raider reference in there. But anyway.
Fuck y'all let him go.
Because he's 158 years old and he wanted more money. I don't care. He wanted more money than some linemen. Get the fuck out of here. This motherfucker wanted he wanted what he wanted, like $10 million a season. Get the fuck out of here. You kicked the ball, brother.
He deserved more than that than a fucking.
This come from a guy that says special teams is one of the most important things in a game, and yet you're bashing this guy for wanting money.
You don't pay a kicker that kind of money, no matter how important it is. You don't pay a kicker that kind of money. You just don't do it.
Okay.
Now, Ken Norton Jr.
What's wrong with why? Why shouldn't a kicker get paid money too?
Because he's on the field 6-7 times a game. That's why.
And yet, this is the guy that tells me and tells other people that special teams can win you a game and lose you a game, and yet you don't want guys to get paid.
Right, because I'm not going to overpay a kicker.
Okay.
No kicker deserves that kind of money.
the same thing. They're like, all right.
None kind of money to a kicker deserves that. No way.
I tell you what, that kicker y'all got, he better not miss at least 5 to 10 field goals.
So when you look at this division now, so I can get to my prediction, because I told you the offensive rookie of the year, if not the rookie of the year, comes out of this division.
It will not be Rashad Penny.
It's going to be 1,000-yard running back Rashad Penny.
No, not with that fucking line.
You heard it.
All right.
Okay. If Todd Gurley can do what he does behind that Rams running game, this motherfucker's going to be able to do that behind this running game.
Todd Gurley's a fucking freak of nature. That was already noted even coming from college.
No kidding. And Rashad Penny's been underrated because he went to San Diego State. If Rashad Penny went to a top flight defense, he'd have been getting the same type of hype.
I don't know about that.
Okay. So because Rashad Penny is going to run that ball, do his thing at 5'11", 220, help out Russell Wilson, who he's got love with 2 receivers. They did beef up the offensive line slightly, not enough, slightly. They got some quality in the defense, but not enough to contend with the championship at all. They're going to have the opportunity to contend with the division. So I have it like this. Just simply because the chemistry's already been formed and they add a few pieces, I will give the Rams the division. I'm putting Seattle 2 and San Francisco 3.
What?
With Arizona 4th.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Seattle will make the playoffs.
Get the yo. Let me say it in my Michael Rappaport voice. That voice that he did when I think the next drafted for Porzingis. He was like, "Get the fuck out of here!" Who the fuck is Dingus Pickens? Oh my, that's my exact voice. Get the fuck out of here! Seattle coming in second. Are you serious? Are you serious?
That's what it is. And I'll sit here and I'll pat myself on the back like Barry Horowitz.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, my man, Doug, did you not get sleep today?
I'm not often wrong.
This is true.
And I want to mention anybody who's watching, listening, catches replays. I'm going to be setting up a fantasy football league here, and I'm setting up a draft to take place probably Wednesday night. I'm looking at 9 or 10 Eastern in the evening. So if anyone's interested, just hit me up after this. I'm going to put that together. It's probably going to be a 12-team league. So, yeah, it's going to be a PPR. PPR league.
See what Mr. Williams said right there?
Oh, get the fuck out of here.
Dougie.
Seattle.
I see it. When you make a statement like that, you get no airtime. Now,
at least explain why you think, Brandon, at least explain why you think the Ravens offense is going to be good. I'd like to hear a good explanation for this. Because I still don't understand for the life of me. I still don't understand for the life of me why the hell did they sit up there and pick 2 tight ends? Why? Explain how Baltimore will be good. Like, yo, we're sitting here waiting for you to type that shit down. Because I would definitely love to explain it. I would definitely love to see this explanation. And don't tell me because of those 2 tight ends either, because the 2 tight ends, they're rookies. That's first thing. They got a lot to learn to even be good in this league, especially But one rookie that's 27 years old, I mean, he's experienced as rookie, apparently.
There you go.
Ozzy's
Ozzy's
last draft, he had to draft a tight end. Fuck.
But you can't argue with what Ozzy's done.
Yeah, I can't argue that, but I can argue.
Ozzy has been the man. Ozzy has been the man when it comes to the draft.
Shit, I can argue this draft. Why the fuck you draft 2 tight ends, bro? I question you. And you know one of them is like he's not gonna last that long in the league. You know he's not gonna last that long.
You can't question Ozzy.
Hard. Hard.
And believe me, it pissed me off because Ozzy was working for Baltimore, but you can't question what the man has done.
Hard. That's in the past. I did talk about this draft. I'm like, why? I'm still wondering to this day why draft 2 tight ends.
Because Ozzy.
What made you go ahead and do that? Now I guess
I'm gonna keep saying it because Ozzy's got the experience, and all of us talking here have no fucking clue when it comes to a draft. So I can't argue with anything any of those guys, anybody, because I have no clue what it. You know, I mean, we can sit here all day long as fans. Oh my God, it was the stupidest thing ever. But at the same time, we have no clue what it's like.
I mean, yeah, you're right.
I mean, we don't have a clue what it's like to sit in there and try to figure this out, and talk to these rookies and do this and do that. We have no damn clue.
Mm-hmm. You're right.
That's why I want our. I don't. As a fan, like I said, we can all say, "Oh my God, what the hell are they thinking?" But
I will most definitely give him credit for him getting Marlon Humphreys. That dude, he nice. I said right then and there, he nice. I just don't know what team he'll be on. It just so happened for him going into the Ravens. Like, he's solid for that. I'll give him that.
But at the same time, I can understand why you're questioning why he went with 2 tight ends.
Yeah, I'm still wondering why
if they're changing a philosophy of the quarterback, position and what they're doing. How does a 2 tight end, unless they're gonna make them blocking tight ends?
That's what I'm saying. Like, why have a? Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm still questioning.
I have no idea what they're doing in Baltimore.
I'm like, unless you're gonna use those tight ends as basically balanced tight ends, where one will be in line, one will be out wide. That's the only way I can see it making sense. Because other than that, I don't know why he did that. Now the Eagles in this case, or the Patriots in this case, they know what they're doing with those tight ends. So you can expect that out of them. They know what they're going to do with those tight ends. But with Kip. But yeah.
I agree. Dallas going to be Dallas. They're gonna do whatever the hell it's Dallas.
Yeah, just about. But yeah, like what teams that know what they're doing when they get tight ends, but the Ravens and Ozzie Newsome, and the situation that they got going on there. Why get 2 tight ends?
I just hope I get to have fun this year. I just hope I get to have a little something to cheer about during this season, because
if winning 6,
I don't know how much more I can take.
Is fun, then trust me, I get exactly what you mean. That's better.
I don't know how much more I can take as a Browns fan.
I agree with you there.
and I've been with them since I was 5. I mean, I didn't even when they were gone, I was still a Browns fan. So it's like I'm a Browns fan. It's not going to change, but it's getting. There's a point where you go, "Oh my God, why?" But like you've been saying the whole time, Chris, they can't get any worse.
Dude, you went 0-16.
Well, we went 0-16. So can we get any worse?
Bruh, you went 0-16. I literally cannot stress that enough. You had nothing else but to go butt up. You literally hit the plummet to where all NFL teams hold on, let me go and say this. You know how hard it is to lose 16 games? On some real shit. You know how hard it is to lose 16 games?
Yeah, they lost it.
That's hard. That's hard. Because at some point you're going to have to win at least a few games. You losing 16 games. I'm sorry, you got nothing else to go butt up. That's
Well,
telling
like I said,
me,
unless we go the next how many years, 0-16, and then like Doug
bruh,
said, just
that's
fold up the
telling
team.
me
And
the fact that you went 0-16. That's telling me teams in college would have bust that ass, and they would have gotten a win over you.
there have been
That's
a few out
hard losing 16.
there probably been a few in college that would have beat the Browns.
Like, yo, I'm sorry, bro, bruh. No,
It's just
no.
it's
The least you can
bad.
go, and this is my expectations for the Browns. The least y'all can have is 6-10 to 7-9. That's the least y'all can have. Now, if y'all go 10-6, that's absolutely shattering my expectations. And they can do that with the talent they have. That's why I said,
But-
look, if I'm the Browns,
I agree. I agree. The
everybody-
talent is there, but how long is it going to take them to gel? You know, these guys got to gel together now. They got to start.
it might not
gonna
take
happen.
long. It might
I'm
not
hoping
take
it doesn't
long. You'll
take
never
long.
know, bro.
It's
might-
it's not gonna be overnight. I guarantee that.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
see what you mean. I see what you mean. You right. And
Just-
like that's the big
gotta-
question: how long it's gonna take for them to gel? But look, at the end of the day, I see it as this: that Browns team, with how they're made, they're going to at least try to contend, at least for 10-6, at least. Give them a few years, they're gonna be up there at 10-6. If Hugh Jackson is not a fucking idiot, and if he is like how he was over there with the Bengals at the time, y'all straight. He gotta get back to that philosophy for how he was over there at the Bengals.
He's not doing anything. He is strictly the head coach now. He said, I mean, he's going to help out when he can with the offense, the defense, special teams, but he's going to let the coaches do their thing. Which I hope so.
Let them.
I hope he, he's just got to be the guy that just kind of blends it all together and let the coaches coach and let the players play. And
Look,
who knows?
Look, let them.
You just don't know.
Let them. I mean, look, that's all I can say. For a team that played as bad as the Browns did, look, the least you can do is that's the least you can do is win.
What's sad is, everybody keeps saying, oh, they played bad, they're terrible. I mean, you know how many damn games we were in last year? We were in a shitload of games, and we lost them, but we were still in them. So we weren't that bad. We didn't know how to win. Because the problem is, once you lose enough, you don't know how to win.
I said the same thing, Ethan.
You can't figure out how to win.
I said the same thing, Ethan. I said, look, Hugh Jackson's an idiot, but if there's one thing that you can expect him to do, and he better do well, is do his job well. Because I tell you what, as I said before, if the Browns do not win at least 5 to 6 games, his ass needs to go. He needs to get fired. Point blank, period. Because it doesn't make sense to have that kind of talent, and your ass is still sitting up there winning at least 3 games. Not even in hell, and probably not even winning a game.
And Ethan, I'm not a big fan of Hugh Jackson right now, but at the same time, I understand forces were against him because it's been proven anything he wanted to do, the front office was against. Anything the front office wanted to do, he was kind of against. So it was bad. It wasn't going to work. Now that he's got a front office that understands stuff, understands football, he understands what they want to do. They're on the same page. Please, for the love of God, please let's. I'm not asking for a Super Bowl. I'm asking for them to be competitive and look decent for.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm so tired of getting in chat rooms and getting on different stuff and having all these young kids get on here. Oh, the Browns have sucked for years. They've never been good. That's bullshit. The Browns were good. Just the problem is most of you people were not alive to see it. That's the problem.
That's why I said, look, if I'm some of these NFL teams, there are only 2 teams I'll stop sleeping on. Now, y'all can go ahead and give me your sleeper teams, and you will tell me which ones I need to stop sleeping on. The 2, everybody needs to stop sleeping on. You need to stop sleeping on the Browns. Because if they sit up there and if they win 5-6 games, you won't know who those 5-6 teams that they'll beat. They can fuck around and whoop that ass with that talent they had. The next team is the Jaguars because I'm getting sick and tired of everybody downplaying the Jaguars when they have the kind of team that where if they was in the NFC right now, I can see it coming. If the Jags were in the NFC, they would give a lot of NFC teams problems with how they built that defense and with how they're building their team offensively as well. They did it right. They got the pieces that teams now wish they would have today. Young talent too. Dude, I'm telling you, to this day, I thank the Lord for the Dallas Cowboys passing up on Jalen Ramsey. He will put plants on that ass. Point blank period. So that's why I said, thank you, Jags. You did right. And then they passed on Miles Jack. Thank you, Cowboys, for doing it again. Miles Jack is a fucking beast. Then they got Telvin Smith. Like, what the fuck? And then they picked up Calais Campbell, and they got Malik Jackson, and they got, like, dude, the team that they have, y'all need to stop sleeping.
Smack.
Watch the Jags.
I can tell you now.
Put in work.
I can tell you now, Kip, if they make the playoffs, I don't know if I can handle it. And if we ever make the Super Bowl, I might have a heart attack.
If they make the Super Bowl, everybody in the world is gonna be just as stunned as the Eagles won the Super Bowl. They're gonna be just as stunned. Hell no, tell you about it, they'll be worse than that. Worse than that. Because all those Browns memes I'm telling you, nobody can say shit anymore. They will not be able to say shit anymore. I wish the Browns would be this year Chicago Cubs. Shit, I have no problem with that.
Yeah, I want the, and what's cool though is I have friends that are Steeler fans, Ravens fans, Bengals, and all of them are been saying the same thing for years. We need the Browns to be competitive again, so then this division will be great. And I'm like,
that's bad.
I agree.
You got rivals pity. That's why I said the Browns. You got nowhere to go but up at this point. Nowhere to go but.
Thanks, Kip. I appreciate it. Kip said he's going to call 911 now and have them ready. Now, Baker Mayfield is not going to see the field this year.
No, he's not. He's not going to see the field at least for like 2 years. Depending on how Tyra, and if he definitely plays good, at least 2 years. Hell, he might get the Aaron Rodgers treatment, and it might be 3 years. 3 years until we say, you know what, Tyrod, your ass have to go.
Like I said, I hope Tyrod balls, and he does take the Browns to the playoffs, and then Joe Thomas is right.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. Doug's been hyping him up for the whole offseason now. So
yeah, I'll be right back. I got a phone call.
Good. Yeah, because we're about to end this anyway.
Ding, ding, ding.
But yeah, like Doug, like you've been hyping on Tyrod Taylor for a minute, so it's like, who knows? It could happen. He could be the one to take him there, and if he does, I'm like, he got the receiving core, he got the line to do it.
Yeah.
He got the running back to do it. I told people stop sleeping on Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb. I told people stop sleeping on him. He's a good running back. Even though he might not be starting for them, he's definitely gonna be a good change of pace. A good bruiser for him. So it's like, look, all that talent y'all got, on the offensive side of the ball, on the defensive side of the ball, even on special teams, there's no excuse for y'all motherfuckers to not win in these finals. None. Can't say I'm wrong. Look. If Browns get Des Bryant, I will play with them on Madden. On some real shit. I'm getting Madden 19 next month. If they get Des Bryant, I'm playing with them. Just because I want to see how it's gonna go. I want to see if I can win at least 5 games. Franchise mode.
Yeah.
So the Browns will do the Cleveland thing and put Baker in. I'm telling you, this is Cleveland. No, man. You don't bring Tyrod Taylor in. You don't bring Tyrod Taylor in like that and you just go and ditch him. No, you might as well ride the whole thing out. Fuck it. Ride the whole thing out. The Browns quarterback get hurt. Okay, that's a different story. If Tyrod Taylor gets hurt, I don't think Tyrod's the type to get hurt like that. I think he's actually pretty good. That's just me. I don't think I've ever seen that motherfucker hurt.
Said the grandkids have been there.
I don't think I've ever seen him hurt. Have you?
Has he been hurt?
That's what I'm saying. This motherfucker is durable. Hell, the motherfucker playing Buffalo cold ass weather. His ass is durable.
He had a knee injury once.
How long was it?
I think he missed one game.
See?
I'm trying
Is
to
that
think.
it?
Trying to think. I know he missed. Okay, he missed 2 games in 2015. I think he had a MCL sprain.
Okay.
And that might have been it. I'm trying to remember. No, he had the MCL sprain in 15, and in 16 he had a grade 3 groin tear. I remember that.
How long was it?
I'll say yeah.
That was only a couple weeks. And then he had the little head concussion and missed the game or whatever. Then he had a knee patella sprain, and then he had another concussion. But everything that he's had has only kept him out like 2-3 weeks tops.
So it's like, other than that, the motherfucker's pretty durable. The only thing he's got is like nicked up minor injuries. That's it.
You know, so he's a below medium risk, I would say, chance of an injury.
Exactly. Just about. He said if Taylor takes the play,
He's never had a serious injury. Let's put it that way. Never had a
he never had a serious injury.
Had minor things where whoever he was playing for at that time put him on the bench just to be safe
Basically.
for the week.
Basically.
They'd rather lose him for one game than for several games.
Kip, stop. I don't think anybody's going to do what Nick Foles did again. At least for a while.
Kip, stop.
Stop. He said he'll be a hero like Nick Foles. Never have to worry about a meal again in his life. He'll be a hero just for reaching the playoffs.
If Tyrod Taylor can get 6, 7, 8, 9 wins, he's already a savior to Cleveland.
God, at that point, I'll just fucking keep him. I might trade Mayfield. No, but yeah, Cowboys will hopefully be good. Cowboys gonna fucking suck. You already know. You already know this. Come on, stop. The Broncos get Des Bryant, my favorite Philadelphia Radius. Oh shit.
I know I'm gonna be fixing here, so I know we got some people here listening to do this channel. If all goes well, ladies and gentlemen, when I leave here, when we hang up here, I plan on going to take my kids down to the pool for a hot minute. I'm gonna come back and then feed them dinner or whatever. And if I get the opportunity, I'm gonna play Game 5 of my Madden season before I head to work tonight. So that's part of my agenda. And so if any of you have a wrestling company and you want to do a wrestling show, by all means, do your wrestling show. I'm doing Madden, 2 completely different things. And I've noticed that people don't tune into my wrestling stuff that tune into football and vice versa. So that's cool.
Also, Big Fly, apparently you missed everything I had to say about the Dallas Cowboys and the entire NFC East not too long ago. The Cowboys will go forward. I'm just letting you know now. You have been warned. If I was you, I keep that expectation low. Very low. He said they'll be great next year. Oh my god. Has that been great for the last 4 years, or was it 5 years? They don't have the wide receivers. They probably know you don't have a deep man. No. Hey, look, Maverick. Look. It's best you teach them while they're young. Look, the Cowboys suck. Plain simple. It's definitely best for them to teach them while they're young because they still got those old ass VHS tapes still running around somewhere. And they know damn well that when they look at their team right now, that they're not going to get back to having those, get back to having those teams that they have in the VHS tapes right now. They're not going to get back to the 90s Cowboys like that. They know that. Entirely different ballgame.
And that's pretty much all we work for all our life.
So that's how I see it. I'm guessing we're done here because there's nothing else we can really nothing else for us to really talk about.
Right.
We pretty much nailed everything we gotta nail. The next topic of discussion will really the way I guess what will come around preseason, Tom.
Well, like I said, if everything goes well, I'm planning on doing this every Wednesday. That's probably going to be the plan. And it's probably going to be 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Probably more like 2. And the shows are going to last about an hour, hour and a half tops because we're going to keep them to a limit then. Because it's going to be because they're going to kick in most of the time during the school year. So I got to be out my door to go get my kids by 3:30. So that's why we're setting it up that way. And like I said, these predictions we threw out, they can change tomorrow based on an injury we learn about today or a move or whatever. But
also, Jason Verrett suffered a torn Achilles, which is a damn shame. Damn, I feel bad for that dude. But yeah, that's just about it here. We're done here.
we could tune in. We could tune this in again tomorrow, for example, and we can find out that so and so signed here, so and so signed in. Like everybody's talking about Dez Bryant going to the Browns. He could sign in the next 2 minutes and go who knows where, and we clearly gonna talk about it next episode.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so like I said, if all goes well, we'll be back doing this next Wednesday, roughly 2 o'clock, and I'm gonna try and make that the regular schedule for the NFL roundtable. And we're gonna have some fun with it. I like to end it with Ed knowing we're ending it, but he's on that phone call, so
I'm about to say I already told him we was gonna end it. So
I might have to give him a call after we go off the air.
Yep.
And like I said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna probably take my kids down to the pool, do what they gotta do, come on, feed them, and if all goes well, I'm gonna try and knock it out a game. If I'm not starting a game, I would say by 7:30 at the absolute latest this evening. You can rest assured I won't be doing it today.
Till then, we will catch you guys later.
Right. As far as open table or just us three, we're going to leave it open to anybody who wants to join us next time for sure. If they want to be a part of it, all I gotta do is let me know how to reach them, and I'll send them the link. Because you got to be logged into your Google account to join us. That's how you gotta do it. That's all it is. Simple as that. So if you have a Google email, you hit the link, you go, and it just makes you log in if you ain't already. So, all right, y'all. Chris, I appreciate you joining us.
Yep, no problem, man.
All right, so, all right, ladies and gentlemen, from Mr. Chris Davis. Like I said, he was a part of the IFL with me and Ed. That's how we know him or whatever. So from Mr. Chris Davis, Mr. Ed Red Eye, your boy Dougie Boy Boos.
Later.
We out here.